I'm not gonna do the intro. Buffoonery has come upon us. All right, has been thrown on my name. I tried to do this stream 20 goddamn like 10 minutes ago, and then I had this new audio set up. It's also virtual, right? But I had this audio set up in OBS where I could record every single piece of audio separately, so I wouldn't have to, like, you know, it was just nice. So if I fucking sneezed or something, I could just cut that out without having to cut anything else out, right? I need to make sure. Okay, I need to make sure I can hear myself, because it happened again where I was streaming without fucking talking. I said, why do I feel like my mic is off? You know why I felt like my mic was off? Because it was off. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, I knew this would happen. Hi, Sally. I said hi before, but of course it didn't pick. I've been streaming for like fucking 20. I've been streaming for like 20 minutes, man, with the mic off. Oh my. For 20 minutes, I was just a head up in the corner doing. Fucking god, blow me with a stick. Jesus Christ. But it's okay because I fixed it now. Anyway, so looks like everything's working now. Dude, I had the stream starting page up too. I had this shit up too. I was so excited. I was playing music in the background. Didn't even fucking come through. Didn't even come through. I looked like a damn fool. Anyway, we're back at it again. Am I the asshole? Oh, this is this was me troubleshooting the issue. Am I the asshole for showing up at my ex's wedding in a pretty dress? See? Let's do it. I can't act like I'm above it. Let me get a swig of water going. So I've just noticed this post has appeared in Am I the Devil, which means she's got to be hella evil for this to like show up there. She must have like spit in the ex's face. Okay. My ex and I had a peaceful divorce. We co-parent our 3 children together, and there haven't really been many issues. My ex is getting married to Stephanie. I like Stephanie. She has been great with my kids and makes my ex happy. My ex invited me to their wedding, and I was happy for him. It was my day with the kids, so it made sense for me to come, and was his reasoning. Okay, whatever. When I arrived at the wedding, Stephanie thanked me for dropping the kids off and brushed me off. We never had any issues before. Ooh. I explained that I was going to stay for the reception, and she was very upset. I was confused because I assumed she knew I would be in attendance. It turned out she didn't consider that I would actually accept the invitation. I told her that I was invited since I took the 2-hour drive and I would be staying for the entire duration. She didn't like the response. Stephanie asked me to leave and I stood my ground. She went on to complain about my dress upstaging hers. My ex and former mother-in-law helped her to calm down, and the wedding shortly began. I thought that was the end of it, but later in private, Stephanie accused me of trying to ruin her special day. She's convinced that I wanted to show off and make the wedding about my divorce. She said it was rude for me to not leave after the bride requested because it was her special day. I told her that I am not responsible for her insecurities, and once again reminded her that I have no interest in stealing my ex back. Am I out of touch? I think I might be out of touch. I don't get it. Why is she the asshole? This seems like she was invited and then what, she's not expected to accept it? But also, like, here's the thing. As a child of divorce myself, if the kids are invited to like a somewhat like public familial event, so is one of the co-parents. If they don't want to go, that's their choice. But like, okay, I don't know, if you want your kids, like, okay, from the ex's perspective, right? If you want your kids at the wedding, the mother of your children is probably, I'm saying the mother of your children is probably also going to attend. Just, I need to make sure. I'm sorry, I'm so insecure now. I need to make sure I'm still like not muted. Whoever made the Twitch mobile app, please God. Okay, we're still here, we're still loud, we're still going. Okay, look. Okay, I don't know. I just think like, I mean, I guess it's different. It's like, I don't know. It's weird because it's like, if your ex invited you, then why are you the asshole for accepting the invitation? Like, and also it doesn't even say like what Stephanie like knew. It turned out she didn't consider that I would actually accept the invitation, but she knew you were being invited. So how's that? I don't understand. Okay, the dress is posted on my page, and since this is a throwaway. This user deleted their account. Well, that's very informative. What? Okay, I actually need the comments for once. Ah, okay. Well, it is a wedding dress. It is a red wedding dress. Yeah, okay, that explains it then. After seeing, I like how everyone's like, what's wrong with the dress? And then as soon after seeing this dress, fuck you, you're the asshole, which I guess is valid. Wow. Because I was gonna say, like, this is like there wasn't like, I know there are like crazies on Reddit, like 100%. I was not expecting anyone to like this. This is like one of these stories where I just can't see how she's the asshole, except for like, you know, maybe you could make the argument that to save the bride some trouble, she could have just like walked away. But it's like, but her ex invited, you know, she got an invitation. But now that I've seen the dress, yeah, why would you? Like, no wonder she got so defensive. Well, that one was cut. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the clear cut ones. Okay, I don't, because what am I the asshole filtered is supposed to be like really close decisions, right? Like 46% you're the asshole, 4% you're not the asshole, right? What that was that there was that post, and then for like the first couple hours and maybe even a day, you know, everyone was like, what? I don't fucking get it, you're not the asshole, right? And then the dress came in, and then everyone's like, oh, this woman is insane, she literally wore a red wedding dress to her, you know, ex's wedding with his new partner. And then now it got bombarded with asshole posts. It's not controversial, okay? That's a landslide. That's what we in the business call a landslide case. Am I the asshole for getting frustrated with my girlfriend who's just instantly good at everything, including rock climbing, apparently? There's okay, he got the asshole tag, right? So spoilers, but like there's no way you're not. Like, I'm sorry, but like if you're above the age of 18 and you're still bothered by like people just like being good at things, then like you kind of gotta grow up. You know what I mean? Look. I'm getting stun locked here before I've even read. I've literally just read the title and seen the judgment. But look, I'm just saying, one of the biggest things you gotta accept about life is that like you're not always gonna be the one. You know what I mean? You're not always gonna be the best. In fact, you probably aren't the best. You know? There's a reason the average is the average, right? You might be above average, you might be below average, but you'll never be the best. But you probably might not be the worst either. It's okay to be in the middle sometimes, okay? Now, that's like on an existential scale. If you have a friend who's, let's say like you've played soccer, right? You've practiced soccer, you're really naturally good at soccer, and then you got a friend who like gets into it, and he's like, you know, maybe he reaches like your level of soccer after like playing for like, I don't know, a month, and it took you years to get to this point. Like, I can get how that could be a blow to your ego, but like low key, like I said, if you're above the age of 18, like get over it. Have some fun with your friend who's probably gonna outperform you and make you feel like shit. I get it, okay? You can't help how you feel, but at the same time, you don't take it out on them. Anyway, I'm pretty sure what I just said, I've basically just thrown everything at this post without even reading it. Let's read it now. That's a good idea. Okay. My girlfriend and I have been together for about a year, and honestly, she's just really smart. Like, she told me she barely passed high school because she didn't really care, but she took a gap year and got into college as a later in life student and decided to do engineering. I don't know why there's a question mark. And she did fine and got high honors. I'm sorry. Okay, the question mark changes the whole tone. Got into college as a later in life student and just decided to do engineering? And she did fine and got high honors every year? She told you she barely passed because she didn't care, not because she was stupid. Like, I genuinely don't know how she does it, but she doesn't pay attention or try at a lot, but when she actually does pay attention to something, she masters it pretty fast. Like, I swear, she lives on easy mode. The resentment, I can already, like, okay, I'm obviously biased just from like that like little tangent I gave before we started reading, but like there's just so much resentment, like a little teensy bit of resentment growing already. Like, I swear, she lives life on easy mode. She works like 1 or 2 hours a day at her job, makes a full-time salary, and she says everything her bosses ask for done, and she gets everything her bosses ask for done in that little time, so why work more? She's been doing this for like 6 years across different jobs, and for a while I thought she might be getting close to getting fired, but no, she got offered a promotion. This is the world's like most insane person. Is this guy, okay, I can't tell if this is a guy or a girl or a they. Is this person insane? Because it's like, okay, look, like I'm not trying to like, you know, say like, you know, this woman needs to like carry her partner or like, you know, be like the head honcho or whatever, but like, dude, like this is a good deal. Like if you're with someone who is like just like, you know, getting all this shit, I'm not gonna lie, this seems fake. Because I don't think like I swear she lives on easy mode. She works like 1 or 2 hours a day at her job, makes a full-time salary. Sounds like it was written by a kid who like doesn't understand how jobs work. I'm just saying, a little bit, right? So this might be fake. However, we'll continue going because okay, look, if it's fake and it's entertaining, I'll indulge. If it's fake and it's boring, that's a different thing. Anyway, and this year we've wanted to get more fit together, and it's a little frustrating because whenever we sign up for a class together or try something new together, she is like instantly good at it and gets frustrated I'm not. Like we went roller skating and she just threw herself into it, wiped out like 10 times, then got it down. I was trying to be a little more careful because I'm a bigger guy and couldn't take all those falls, and she started to get annoyed saying I wasn't ever going to learn if I didn't take some risk. This week we started rock climbing and we're taking a class on belaying. Each time the instructor showed us a new knot, she just did it instantly right along with the coach. And when we were setting up to climb, she kept on being like, no, not like that. And when I was tying in and I got frustrated, she just reached over and redo my knots. And she got mad at me. She got mad and told me that if I was holding her 40 feet up, I'd better start paying attention. I felt frustrated and hurt because I was doing my best. I would have just preferred if she let the coach correct me. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this now. I got home after climbing and told her that I was getting frustrated because stuff comes easy to her and she gets it instantly doesn't mean she can talk down to me. She got frustrated and said that that's fine if we're talking about painting or some shit, but when she's depending on me for her safety, I can't screw up. I need to pay attention. I told her most people aren't like her. I feel like she's been able to do anything she actually paid attention to, but for some of us it takes a little more time. She was like, he literally showed you how to tie off 5 times. Like if you can't get it by then, maybe you should have told me instead of just screwing around. I feel frustrated because I wasn't trying to screw around, and I feel like she always looks down on me or thinks I'm not trying. Am I the asshole for how I acted at the climbing class and my frustrations? My girlfriend, I don't know. This is like, look, from her perspective, I can see like in that scenario, look, I'm gonna say something gross. I saw a guy like in a gym or like a rock climbing gym or like a station, whatever the hell you call them. I saw a guy fall off a rock climbing wall and his leg, like I'm not even kidding. I swear to God, I swear to God, his leg fucking snapped off the way he landed on it, right? So I don't think like bone and everything. It was fucking horrible. I'll never get that image out of my head. But anyway, so I don't think she's in the wrong for like being concerned for her own safety. On the other hand, you know, I feel for this guy a little because I've been in the situation where I've been told, I mean, granted, you know, like not recently, I guess, but like I've been in situations where I've been told how to do something repeatedly and like the pressure of it kind of throws me off my game a little bit, you know, I get that. So I don't want to, like, I don't think he's fully the asshole, and I feel like, you know, I don't know. So far, I'm like kind of like in a no assholes here. This just seems like a heat of the moment type thing, but he's got an asshole. So I'm curious. I think it's probably going to come down to safety where people are going to be like, you know, no assholes here. Sounds like the climbing up trip brought this issue to head, and it's a tough one. I mean, this guy agrees with me. I'm not gonna, I don't read posts I agree with just because like nothing to be gained. You're the asshole. So you've landed a smart, amazing woman who works hard and succeeds, and you have the nerve to be angry and jealous about it instead of just being grateful you're part of her life. So, okay, you know what? I'll do some self-reflection. I made this mistake for the first half of the post because I read the first half of the post. Here he is like describing how like, you know, amazing and talented she is. And I'm like, dude, what's your problem? But then I realized like, really what happened is, am I the asshole for getting frustrated with my girlfriend? Like during rock climbing, you know what I mean? That's one thing, I guess. Like that would have made more sense. This is like, am I the asshole for getting frustrated with my girlfriend who's just instantly good at everything, including rock climbing? Apparently, like there's too much envy. And then in this like this whole like first half of the thing, so much like envy and like just anger, like resentment. But I think that's why people are like that. And then yeah, this guy calls him out like, so did you read the post? He's not upset that she's better than him at various things. He's upset that she talks down to him. And yeah, that's valid. I think that's very valid, but I don't think like, you know, and then of course the age old like straw man of if the genders were reversed. Listen, if the genders were reversed, it's applicable a lot of times. Okay, I understand, but you can't always fall on that as an argument. I mean, also like here's the thing. I don't really agree with everyone saying like she's an ass, like she's like an asshole or being condescending. This is a situation where, like, you know, she can be upset because like her safety was in danger, you know, or her safety was in jeopardy. You know, I think that's valid. If she apologized later, but obviously I guess, you know, we don't know how that story ends. Maybe here's, I know this is like, maybe this is bad, but so whatever. Everyone sucks here. Everyone sucks here. I feel like most of the why you're the assholes are overlooking the fact that the girlfriend is upset with him for not picking things up as fast as her. He clarified in a comment that his mistake with the knots would have been corrected by the instructor before they ever climbed. Source, dude, just trust me. I would have put her in, it wouldn't have put her in danger. Even so, insulting your partner and immediately criticizing their efforts isn't the way to communicate if she's nervous about it. She could have politely said, hey op, I think this knot is tied a little incorrectly. Could I show you how I did mine? Yada yada. Okay, in the perfect world, yeah, you never get angry and you always have the perfect response. But like, welcome to real life where sometimes, you know, your emotions get the best of you and you give out an answer that's a response that's not entirely warranted. As long, look, I'm not saying it's all right. I'm not saying it's good. Like, you should learn how to regulate your emotions. I'm just saying, you know, hit them with an apology. Just be like, hey, like, I'm sorry for snapping at you. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. Not the asshole, but your title doesn't accurately convey this to you. Yeah, that's also valid. But I wouldn't say also, I would not say, like, not the asshole entirely. Listen. I think right now, honestly, I think the only reason this guy got asshole is because of how bitter he came off in this post. And maybe he is bitter, right? Or they're bitter, rather. You know, it happens. I'm really glad I gave that whole, like, 5-minute tangent and it wasn't even related to anything that was said in this post. That's cool. Am I the asshole for throwing away gifts given by mother-in-law after husband gave ultimatum on decluttering? I'm gonna be honest, dude. Mother-in-law ones tire me out. Like parent, like, no, I'm gonna say like parent-in-laws, like in-laws. Am I the asshole for fighting with my sister because she makes annoying random loud sounds and because she is, this is in quotation marks, neurodivergent, and then this one's deleted. So I'm assuming she was probably like horribly in the wrong, but you never know. Am I the asshole for telling my friend she doesn't have a relationship but an O-tome game? What the hell's an O-tome game? Is this something I want to look up? Okay. It appears to be a story-based video game that is targeted towards women. So it looks like VTubers but for women, which I guess probably exists. Am I the asshole for shutting down conversation and staying quiet when my wife constantly tells me I'm being too loud? This one is also full of resentment, and I can't wait because I love seeing grown-ass adults act like children. I love seeing grown-ass adults act like me and my friends in high school when we were in high school. It's always just so. Because, you know, that's what I realized is, like, in high school, everyone was miserable because, like, we're children learning how to grow up, but also because, like, you know, hormones and puberty and shit were just fucking just ruining our chances of just being, like, rational, reasonable human beings. It's fucking insane, right? But then I go on like subreddits like, am I the asshole? Well, granted, I can't use Reddit as like a proper, you know, population sample or whatever because Reddit is like the, you know, the bottom of the barrel, scum of the earth. But like I'm saying, you know, the more I grow up, the more I just see like grown adults, and I'm like, you should have got this shit out in high school, man, like, or in middle school, even. Like, this should be out of your system by now. You're like 43 and you're complaining about like your McDonald's burger, like, I don't know, missing the seeds on your bun or something. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You're paying, like, you're going to McDonald's and you're expecting a high quality meal. Like, temper yourself, man. Anyway. Am I the asshole for shutting down conversation and staying quiet when my wife constantly tells me I'm being too loud? Occasionally when we're at a restaurant, I am fully invested and excited at everything she is telling me. I tend to project my voice. I talk loud, but not obnoxiously loud. Okay, of course, like, you wouldn't think so. The table next to us might hear me if they were paying attention, but no one else could. She would stop me mid-conversation and say, "You're talking too loud." This makes me mad because it seems like she assumes everyone is worried about our table, when in reality, everyone is talking amongst their own tables and would never register a conversation. It makes me mad because it seems she's hyper-focused on my loudness rather than our conversation. Just because she can hear me and I'm talking towards her direction doesn't mean everyone else can hear me. When she says I'm too loud, it drains all my energy to continue a conversation and just go quiet after that. I stop being fully involved in the conversation and just stay quiet until we go home. Am I the asshole for shutting down and deciding not to talk? Okay, so 2 things. One, like, I get that. Because I used to be a really loud, like, my mom told me as a kid I, like, couldn't shut the fuck up. So as I got older, like, my mom tried to, like, nip that in the bud, where she's like, Sean, like, You know, she wasn't saying like you're talking too loud. She'd just be like, you know, like slow down. You know what I mean? So that was when I was super young, right? So I can't really like, you know, compare that to who I am now. But I kind of sympathize with that, you know, like I understand like it is kind of like a mood killer because it feels like the other person like finds you annoying, even if that's probably not the case. They're probably just trying to like, you know, not draw unnecessary attention to themselves. However, this is like the age-old dilemma, not the age-old dilemma. It's like the age-old story of like going to a party, getting drunk, acting super obnoxious and like loud and just like kind of an asshole, and then someone pushes you aside and said, hey man, like you're being an asshole, and then you hit them with the no I'm not. Like sometimes the decision isn't up to you, and this is one of those times where like the decision isn't up to you. Like if someone who's not you tells you you're being loud, there's a pretty strong chance you're being loud, right? If it's someone who like this is like what, this is your wife who you married, and I'm hoping, you know, you have like at least like a stable relationship, hopefully a happy one, but you know, I can't make too many assumptions here on Reddit. So let's assume things are going like all right for you. If someone who like cares about your well-being is saying, hey, you're being too loud, they're not doing it because they don't like you, they're doing it because like, hey, you're being too loud, you know what I mean? But I don't think you're the asshole for like, you know, just kind of being put down by that. I mean, I think it's just like a communication thing again. I don't know why this guy got asshole. Let me see, there's gotta be something. You're the asshole, you gotta use your inside voice, you're probably louder than you think. Yeah, but okay. Asshole's harsh. I think the only reason people are giving him asshole is because like that's the only option here. My husband and I had this exact situation. We would get excited and just so loud it made me very uncomfortable. He would get excited just so loud it made me very uncomfortable, but honestly he didn't think he was being that loud, but he was. We ended up finding out because he had a bit of hearing loss from being in the military. Not saying this is your case, just that if you really don't think you are loud and your wife really does, it might be something to consider. Valid. This is tame. This is too tame. I need something crazy. Maybe I should go back to the mother-in-law one. I'm sorry, I've just come across the most insane title and like a not the asshole. Am I the asshole for not spending this Christmas in the hospital with my daughter? And this person got not the asshole, which means like I need like this is a comeback of like legendary proportions. Okay. My 39F daughter and my 39F daughter 16F has had a sensitive stomach ever since she was a kid. There are certain foods that will upset her stomach to the point where she's unable to stop throwing up. We've seen countless doctors, but so far nobody's been able to give us a clear answer. The only advice we keep getting is to identify all trigger foods and cut them from her diet. We have a pretty good idea of what these foods are: soda and other carbonated drinks, chips, Cheetos, and other similarly processed snacks, anything oily or fried, and most sweets. Damn. Unfortunately, this is exactly the kind of stuff my daughter loves to eat the most. And as horrible as she feels after she has them, she still refuses to cut them out of her diet. So she's like lactose intolerant, but basically to like everything. Which in turn led to her spending a lot of time in the hospital during the past few years. Uh-oh. When she was little, it was easier to keep all these foods away from her because I would simply not buy them. But now that she's older, I can't always be there to check what she eats. She eats the greasy pizza at her school's cafeteria, she trades her lunch with her classmates, she goes out with her friends and stops to eat at KFC and so on. That's I know this is like off topic, but like stops with her friends to eat at KFC. I don't think I've ever seen like a group of like high schoolers at a KFC ever. Granted, I've only been to a KFC like maybe like 3 times in my entire life. But like, I don't know, like I've heard people be like, hey man, you want to go to McDonald's? Like, hey man, you want to, even like Burger King, they're like, hey man, you want to get some Burger King? You want to get some Chick-fil-A? I've never heard anyone ever like be like, hey man, you want to get some KFC? That I don't know, I'm sorry, that's just like a passing thought I had. Anyway, it always ends with her in the ER crying and shaking because she can't stop throwing up. This was the case on this Christmas Eve as well. When our whole family gathered at our place, and of course among the many foods at our Christmas table were some of her main trigger foods, like chips, soda, chocolate, and sweets. Now mind you, these were far from the only foods available to her. We also had a variety of home-cooked traditional dishes on the table with ingredients that don't upset her stomach, like vegetables, meat, dairy, etc. Oh, she's like a reverse lactose intolerant. Everything but milk. All of them delicious and well seasoned. The dairies? Well, okay. My daughter herself says she really likes most of the dishes. Despite this, my daughter chose to eat nothing but her trigger foods. I reminded her that they make her feel awful, and she said she didn't care because Christmas is only once a year and she just wants to live a little. Well, this ended with her violently throwing up in the ER a few hours later. She had to be hospitalized for a few days and only just got out of the hospital a few hours ago. And unlike all previous times when something like this happened, this time I chose to spend my Christmas relaxing at home with the rest of our family and not in the hospital by my daughter's side. I kept in touch with her through calls and texts and told her that if she needed anything, I'd ask a family member to bring it to her, but I made it clear I would not be visiting her during her stay. And well, my daughter didn't take it too well. She cried every time we talked on the phone, begged me to come over, told me how horrible I was for abandoning her there all alone. Most of our family didn't take my side in this either, and during the past few days, I got called everything from a little extreme to downright cruel and heartless. Am I the asshole, Reddit? Like, yeah, a little bit. What? How did you get not the asshole? No, okay, look. I get it. She's 16. That's like the barrier. That's like when you're like old enough, like you're just getting to that threshold where you can be considered an adult. But like, dude, she's still a kid. And she's a kid who, you know, yes, I understand she made her own decisions and she ended up in the hospital. And look, I'm not saying like you gotta like, all right, like Uncle Joe and Cousin Bill or whatever, let's all go down to, you know, hang out with, I don't know her name, I'm just gonna call her daughter. So hang out with my daughter at the hospital, right? But I'm saying like, what, you can't like open your presents Christmas morning or whatever, and then like, you know, not even like a family trip, just take like, you know, your immediate family, like, you know, your husband and siblings or whatever. You go down, like you open the gifts with her, like you just like make sure she's not alone in the hospital by her. Like, that's fucked up. What the hell? I get it. The consequences of her own action. But still, she's a kid, and also, you're her fucking mom. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a parent, I've never been a parent, right? But I think one of the things, like, about parenthood is that your kid's gonna do stupid shit. And you can scold them for it, you can punish them for it, like, you can try to, like, you know, enforce them not to do it again. But, like, what, do you just abandon her? Like, I mean, like, okay, yeah, you're not abandoning her, like, you're not throwing her on the streets, but, like, why? Like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's, like, just go down to the hospital, open a damn present with her. I don't understand. Just be like, you can scold her the entire time. You'll be like, you dumb fucking moron. I told you this would happen. Anyway, here's, like, you know, happy Merry Christmas. Like, it just doesn't seem like, it seems like I understand the point she's trying to make, but I feel like there's a better way to make that point. Like, here's the thing, right? Call me insane. I honestly think if you went down there and like just fucking like scolded her repeatedly for how stupid she was to do that, then that would simultaneously be a better, like, you know, Christmas for her, because at least she's not alone. But also, like, I think that would like be enough to kind of shake her out of it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't mean, obviously, you know, we don't know anything about this girl. We only have this small piece of context. And according to Op, she pretty much like harms her stomach all the time. But look, she's a kid. She's 16. I know that's like, you know, cutting it close, but she's a kid. And to leave her all alone in the hospital during Christmas is crazy. Again, I'm not saying like Op can't be mad, Op can't reprimand her, but like this is like horrible in my opinion. Like, this is so, okay, it's not that bad, but like it's just like, it's bad, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, why? I don't understand. Like, okay, so I know the comments are going to be insane because I guarantee you half of them are going to be like, this little fucking shit, she put the food in her mouth, she knew what she was doing. And yeah, she knew what she was doing. She's still a kid. Even like, she's still a kid, man. I'm sorry. Like, you just gotta yeah, your kids do stupid shit, and like I said, you can like reprimand them and shit, but like, still your fucking kid. So not sure if I'm in the minority. So yeah, this guy's kind of just like the like, this is kind of like like, I don't know. This is basically what I was arguing against. She's 16 and for sure smart enough and mature enough to know better. As the cliche, the saying is, as much as it's overused on Reddit, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This isn't a case of a 7-year-old that really doesn't know any better. This is a person that will legally be an adult in less than 2 years. She knows full well that what she can and cannot eat, and she made a personal choice to eat things she shouldn't. While it may seem cruel and heartless, maybe you leaving her there by herself. Obviously not, since she's plenty of staff with her. Yeah, that's how I'd want to spend Christmas, in the hospital room with a bunch of unnamed staff that are just like basically making sure I'm still alive. Probably asking, where the hell is your mother or your parents or your family? Like, where is anyone? This kid all by herself. Yeah, you don't look insane writing that, you fucking sig sour power, you fucking, I don't know, you arbiter of justice. Like, I can tell this guy, like, really, I tell this guy, I feel like this guy has like one of those like beliefs where it's like, there is never a situation that you should lie in ever. If someone points a gun at you and is like, hey, I'm gonna go kill this person, you better, and they say, do you know where they are? And you know where they are, you're gonna tell them where they are, because you know what, you never lie in any situation whatsoever, because as a Redditor, it is your job to be 100% honest at all times, in all scenarios, rigid morality, yada yada, fuck you. And yes, I just made up a guy in my head to get mad at, and I'll do it again. Okay. We'll be here. The wake-up call, she needs to stop eating the shit that makes her get admitted into the hospital. No, I don't think it is, because judging by her reaction, and told me, and well, my daughter didn't take this too, she cried every time we talked on the phone, begged me to come over. Yeah, I don't think she's taking it. I don't think it was a wake-up call. I think it was a, wow, my mom is going to abandon me when things get rough. That's what kind of call it was. So look, here's the thing. I think also people aren't sympathetic to her situation, because I understand. Okay, no, actually, let me rephrase. I can't understand what it's like to be allergic to anything, or like have dietary restrictions, because I don't have any, right? Both from just like religious reasons, cultural reasons, just genetics. I just don't have any like restrictions, right? If some doctor told me that like today I could never eat, like, I don't know, like beef again, right? Not that it would kill me, it's just like I can't eat beef anymore, or else you're gonna like violently shit. I'll admit I'd eat beef a lot less. I'd still probably eat it, like, I'm not gonna lie, like maybe once every like 3 months, because I fucking love me. I know how like American this is gonna sound, but I love me some burgers and I love me some steaks. What can I say? And I don't even eat those things super commonly now, but like now you're telling me I can't have them. It's not that I can't have them ever again, it's that I really shouldn't. Fuck you. If I go down, at least I'll go down happy, you know what I mean? At the same time, I'm an adult and that's my decision to make. When you're a kid, I'm saying, like, you know, but the point I'm trying to make is like, yeah, I get it, she's almost an adult, but I'm saying like, if you're living your entire life like knowing what these things taste like and how, because like, you know, I've had friends who are like vegan and have never had meat, and they have no desire to try meat, you know what I mean? Because they've never had it. So like, to them, it's like, how can you miss something you've never had, right? So they just don't care. But I'm saying, like, if you're like someone, you know, when you're someone who's had like, you know, bacon or whatever before, and you like the way it tastes, it's probably a little harder to cut out bacon out of your diet, you know, even if it's necessary. I know some people have to do that for like weight loss or cholesterol or like diabetes or whatever, right? But like, more power to them. But some people are willing to bite the bullet, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Because I agree with like, yeah, like she made her own bed, right? At the same time, like, you are her mother, and the fact that you're not even going to go over there just to like scold her and kind of make her feel a little extra shitty about it, which I know sounds fucked up, but that's kind of what you should do. The fact that you're not going to go over there and just like, you know, at least be there in like her presence at the hospital, I think that's fucked up. And so, you know, maybe this is a case of everybody sucks here, but I'm leaning more towards mom's the asshole for that. Anyway, I'll read some more comments though to see if I change my mind. Not the asshole, she willingly did that to herself. Okay, this is interesting. This is going to be unpopular, I'm sure, but ever taking your kid to a psychiatrist? There's definitely some secondary gain going on here, and your kid needs to find alternative, pro-social, and adaptive behaviors to cope. One thing I'm wondering is that, like, I'm sure she ends up in the ER a lot, apparently, but apparently, like you said, like, she eats the greasy pizza at her school's cafeteria, and she goes to KFC, and she trades lunch with her classmates. So, is this like a one-time scenario where she ate just, like, too many foods at once? Because if this is the case, like, she's doing KFC, school cafeteria, all that shit, right? Like, she'd be spending more time in the bathroom probably than in class or in the ER or whatever. Also, okay, so I was reading this comment and I was like, I know I'm not supposed to read in my head, but like, this is not a moment of poor judgment because she's a teenager and it's Christmas. She does this regularly and doesn't care how it affects her or others. Doesn't care how it affects her, maybe. How it affects others. Oh, your fucking mom has to take you to the ER. Like, oh wow, like. You as a parent are inconvenienced by something your child does. Like, no offense, but like, boo-hoo. Like, yeah, that comes with being a parent, you fucking moron. God. Okay, I'm glad I'm glad some Redditors like are Redditors, so they'll never have children. Christ, man, that's crazy. Never in my life. Okay, okay, look, I'll be honest, like, that had nuance. That had nuance to it, right? It's just me personally, like, I think as a parent, I would be fucking mad as hell at my kid. I wouldn't leave them alone in the hospital during Christmas. That's insane to me. So, okay, something is going on, because every time I see a not the asshole post, it's always like something crazy. Like, am I the asshole for stabbing my infant sister with a rusty knife? Not the asshole. Am I the asshole for beating my husband to death at our wedding for not getting me the right type of gemstone in an anniversary ring? I'm not the asshole. Am I the asshole for, like, I don't know, fucking shoving a shotgun down my kid's throat and pulling the trigger? Not the asshole. We kind of deserved it. So, okay, the reason I'm saying that is because, am I the asshole for telling my sister I am worth more than her? And unless your sister is like, I don't know, like actually like a serial killer, I can't think of a situation where this is ever like justifiable. You know what I mean? Anyway, and I just glancing at it, I just saw a sentence. She was diagnosed with depression, and this person got not the asshole. I am dying to know what happens. I need to know what happens. I'm like Odin at the end of God. I'm like, I need to know what comes next. Okay, so she's 18, so she's basically a kid. I know, I'm fucking 20. I don't have like a lot of room to speak on that, but you know, just saying. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, I saw like a couple more of these. I just want to make sure, like, am I the asshole for kicking my fiance out while I breastfed our baby and making his mother tell him off? I think that's a repost. I think I've read that before. Like, not on stream, just like a long time ago, like with my friends, I think. I, F18, got into an argument with my parents and sister yesterday. It ended with me yelling at my sister that I am worth more and she is useless, and she ran into a room crying. My parents were so mad at me. How the fuck did she get not the ass? Oh, this is quite long. Okay. Well, maybe I'll be surprised. My sister was always the favorite child. She was diagnosed with depression. She was diagnosed with depression and a few other things at the age of 16. Her life was hard, so my parents always drew all their attention to her. Driving her around, buying her everything, letting her go out and blaming me for everything she breaks, which often sounds like it's your fault that she broke your shutters. Why do you need to have them down? It was on a very hot day and my sister literally played with it to annoy me till it broke. Even when I told her that she should stop because it's going to break. Okay. But most important, they freed her from every chore forever. Okay. And just like that, I'm starting to see where Op is coming from. I felt left out and had a lot more work to do. I have school from 7:45 a.m. to 5:15 p.m. almost every day except for Wednesday, 9:40 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's odd. Okay, is that college or high school? I don't know. I also had a lot of homework, presentations, or had to learn for exams. I couldn't keep up with the chores and my parents just insisted on me doing them. I would have to feed the pets either before school or in my lunch break, and we have a lot of pets. Chicken, rabbits, one dog, fish, birds, hamsters, and mice. She lives in a fucking like a circus apparently. After school, I would have to stay up late to finish the chores around my house and do my schoolwork. I was tired almost every morning. I know, you know, as parents, you gave someone life, you gave them clothes on their back, food when they're hungry. But like, can your mom and dad like not like, I'm sure they have jobs too, I guess. But like, can they not like, I don't know, my mom has a job, she does chores. I'm not like trying to say that as in like, you know, like parents should do everything. I just mean like, you know, we both do chores, like me as the son and her as the parent, like, because we both live in the house and there's like an understanding like, hey, we both want to like live in like a functioning, you know, not dirty ass house. So like, you do this, I'll do that. It's like, okay, cool. Some days, you know, some days maybe one of us, well, actually I can say one of us. Some days, you know, like if my mom comes home and she's tired, like I'll pick up the slack, you know what I mean? But like it's like, it's not that big of a deal, you know what I mean? Like, also, like, I hate to say it to you, but you have two parents and both of them aren't doing anything. I have one, and she's you know, and like, I can't even say she's helping out because it's like her place, but like, you know what I mean? Like, she's doing chores and shit, like, because it's her house, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, It's not mine in the sense that I own it, but I live here. So like, of course I'm gonna help maintain it. But like, I just don't understand the parents. Like, I'm sorry, like when you give birth to a kid, you don't give birth to a slave. Like, I'm sure that's over an exaggeration though. I'm sure they probably like do chores. It's just like they gave her a lot of chores. Because I guess if they have this many animals, there's probably like a lot more work that goes into maintaining the house. So maybe her parents cover that. All this while my sister was doing nothing. She dropped out of school and is still living with our parents. I hate my family and I plan to... Okay, never mind. Maybe they just suck. I hate my family and I plan to move out as soon as I can. So I decided to make some money to rent an apartment. I applied to a local bio shop and got accepted. I will work there on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Today, I told my family at dinner because I can't do it without them knowing, since they would wonder where I am. Suddenly, my mother's... oh my god. Suddenly, my mother's eyes were sparkling and she put on a big smile. When she turned to my sister and said, "That's great, now we can finally get more money to buy your first own apartment." My blood was boiling. I said that I'm going to save it until I can buy or rent myself my first own apartment. Then my mother told me that my sister is older than me and she will come first and that I should help her out since she's not able to work. 1, how would my sister, who never did anything in the household, be able to live alone? 2, she can work, she just doesn't want to since my parents always treated her like a queen. I said to my sister, "I will never support you. You are useless and you don't even know anything. You can't cook and you don't work. You are just expensive and a waste of money. I am worth way more than you." I was in rage and it was not nice, but I couldn't control it. I finally told her just a tiny bit of what I was really feeling to tell her, and it felt great. Am I the asshole for that? No. The thing is, unpopular opinion incoming, I think the parents are bigger assholes than your sister. Here's the thing. Okay. Letting her go out and blaming me for everything she breaks, which often sounds like it's your fault that she broke, which often sounds like it's your fault that she broke your shutters. Why do you need to have them down? That was on a very hot day and my sister literally played with it to annoy me till it broke. Okay. On that one thing, this is one scenario taken out of context, right? So maybe her sister bugs her and like kind of tortures her in the same way that this is like fucking Cinderella. Maybe her sister, like, you know, bugs her way more often, or like is just downright like actually horrible to her. But the parents are both the ones enabling her and like actively shitting on. I mean, there's no way. Okay, look, I'll give them this, right? This was the biggest turnaround. This was the biggest turnaround of the century. I did not think I was going to sit here today and witness. I didn't see her. I was not reading through this, and I didn't think I would witness like me being completely on this person's side. But holy fuck, yeah, your family's horrible. I see why you hate them, and like, goddamn, like, look, you're 18, you're working to get your own place. Like, your family can get fucked, honestly. Like, I wonder. I guess because she's the older child. I know. Here's the thing. I don't have siblings, but I know in some sibling dynamics, the older child gets it the best, and the older child, like, no, the older child usually gets it the worst. But like, sometimes parents do things different. I think sometimes the firstborn gets like the most attention and stuff. Like, that's how my grandma is with like my older half brother. He will always be her favorite for like, for as far as I know, no reason, just the fact that he's the first one. Excuse me, and I'm okay with that. But like I'm not like jealous or anything, right? That sounded like cope. I'm genuinely not jealous. Okay, all right, I've dug myself a grave. But look, the point is, right, like in some families, some cultures or whatever, eldest sibling gets like the most like clout. Some families it's the youngest, some families it's the middle. I mean, it's usually never the middle, but like, you know what I mean. In some families, like, the dynamics are different. So I'm assuming because she's the eldest one, that's why they're like so nice to her in general. It could also be that her parents are like the exact opposite of like most of my friends' parents, and when they hear like mental health diagnosis, they take it way not okay. I don't want to say like too seriously, but like they take it like super seriously, right? As were like most of like my friends' parents, and you know, even to a degree, my own mother will just be like, what do you mean depression? I'm fucking sad all the time. Just get off, like, just fucking, I don't know, go eat grass or something, like whatever, right? But these guys are like the polar opposite, where they're like taking it like, again, I can't say like too seriously, but just like, you know, they're enablers. They're enablers is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. You know what I really want to see? I want to see if someone thinks she's the asshole, and like thinks like because I don't know. I just want to see. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You were at your limit, but you need to talk with your parents as they are the big assholes. I honestly look from the small story out of context. I think talking to the parents, there will not be much done in that regard. There will not be much gained in that regard. Not the asshole. Make sure you have a bank account that your parents don't have access to. Your parents are the reason your sister isn't capable of doing anything for herself. They coddled her and never made her feel responsible for anything she's done growing up. I don't think it's her fault though. She's never been taught better. Agreed. Okay, let me see controversial. Is this dangerous? Why is every single year the asshole getting downvoted? This is not how the sub is supposed to work, and it kind of kills any room for talking. Because like, just because, okay, look, you can disagree with two things. Like, you can disagree with a post, but you can also disagree with like the comments. I'm sorry a majority of the people don't agree with you, like, asshole. Ooh, everybody sucks here. Sorry, sounds like your parents suck. They treat you unfairly and that sucks, but if your sister really has depression and other issues, she really may not be capable. And your parents favoring her isn't her fault, so lashing out was wrong. Also you're not worth more, and no one worth more is worth more. No one on worth is worth more than anyone. In general situations, please Reddit, don't come at me with serial killers versus innocent babies and such lol. I understand how you exploded as a reaction to many stresses over time. And then okay, so yeah, controversial is just like insane. Also, like, please Reddit internet, don't come at me. And then like, man has been downvoted into oblivion. Yeah, so I think the only like disagreements here are like look, your parents and your sister kind of fucking like suck major cock, but to get kind of a high horse is a little bit much. And like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree. Okay, I'll admit, I think the anger should have been directed to the parents. And again, I do think like I am worth way more than you. I feel like the anger should have been directed to the parents, right? So maybe everybody sucks here, but at the same time, like, given that you told us this one story about your sister, maybe your sister also kind of had it coming. But yeah, that one's just sad. Am I the asshole for ignoring what? Am I the asshole for ignoring an invitation for dinner from my husband's grandfather? I know I say this all the time. I gotta know. Not even because it's like a particularly interesting one, just because like it's so. I guarantee you this is like one of those things where like communication is key. You know what I mean? Okay. My husband's family very much revolves around his grandfather. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Am I the asshole for ignoring an invitation for dinner for my husband's grandfather? My husband's family very much revolves around his grandfather, so if he asks you to do something, it's an unspoken rule that you drop everything and do it. He invited me and my son for dinner, and usually I would go because that's what my husband would want, but we've been fighting and I wasn't in the mood to be around his family, so I ignored the invitation. My husband was on a bachelor's trip with his friends at the time, and he called me the next day and wanted to know why I hadn't gone. He expected me to go and apologize to his grandfather in person, which I refused to do. I eventually hung up on him because we were only arguing over it, right? So remember, guys, as adults, the only way you can resolve a situation or a conflict is by just covering your ears and going, nah, 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 I can't hear you, because, you know, as grown adults capable of, like, you know, fucking speech, a greater variety of speech than, you know, not adults, we must make sure we just never use our words. Never communicate everything, just hang up on them. And then, you know, when the problem doesn't solve itself, you can act surprised and like the victim. I'm projecting, I apologize. We had dinner with my husband's family on Friday, and his grandfather brought the missed dinner up. He said I was unfortunate that we weren't able to join him for dinner, but that he hoped I was feeling better, but it felt passive aggressive. My husband and I have been fighting over it again because he's still upset that I wouldn't apologize to his grandfather for ignoring his invitation. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, I guess like this is kind of just like asshole, like there's not really any like, you know, there's not too much debate, because it's like grandfather didn't do anything wrong. And also, like, I've noticed that this op has like not like said anything to defend herself. She's not even like, okay, I guess I'm assuming she's a woman, I apologize. This person is not doing anything to defend themselves. There's literally not a single like shred of like, here's why I'm not the asshole. You're the asshole for ignoring rather than declining. All invitations can be declined. Ignoring is childish and rude. You're the asshole for not replying. Yeah, okay, well this one, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a little more meat. I mean, dude, like, here's the thing. You would not have been the asshole if you just said, like, hey, like, I'm not feeling it or something. You know what I mean? Like, God, man, people just love to make problems for themselves. It's really a damn shame. Am I the asshole for excluding my daughter from a trip of a lifetime? Oh my God. Asshole, I want, look, dude, I'm kind of happy right now. These are like, because I remember the last time I did this, we weren't really getting any insane ones. We're getting a lot of like loser ones, low key, like the lame ones. Am I the asshole for excluding my daughter from the trip of a lifetime? Throwaway because all my kids are on Reddit. Well, there you've already messed up. But to celebrate our 30th anniversary, me, 60M, and my wife, 59F, decided to invite our 4 kids, their partners, and our 4 grandkids to a vacation in the Caribbean for a week. We volunteered to pay for all lodging for everyone if they could pay for transportation and incidentals. Very base so far. We invited everyone last July for an April vacation. We wanted this to be last July. Oh, okay. We wanted this to be a chance for our immediate family to be together, enjoy the experience, and each other. We did not invite any friends or any other relatives, including my oldest daughter's stepson. Ooh, because notice how he didn't say his grandson. He singled him out for being the stepson, a choice he did not make. Ooh, this was a hard choice, but we knew we had to make some determination. Otherwise, we would be trying to find a place for my in-laws and some of our friends and a lot of other people we love. Ooh. Last week, my youngest daughter, M, 35 female, and her wife, 35 female, told me that they had promised their nephew, L, 10M, a tropical vacation that was canceled due to COVID. L is a nephew on my daughter-in-law's side. Okay, well, I'm sorry. L is a nephew on my daughter-in-law's side, and we have met him a few times, but he is not our relative and not someone any of the other kids or grandkids have a relationship with. That's not his fault. He didn't do anything, man. After my wife and I talked, we told M that we really want them there, but we want this to be our family and we wouldn't feel right by adding L. L would have slept in the room with M's kids, so there would have been no expense. Just a child guest that nobody knows outside of M's family. So there wasn't even a problem? You couldn't, I mean, you would have been an asshole still, but you couldn't even like pull like the, well, it's just a little too expensive to have one extra person. Like, really? Like, the fact that you mentioned that and expected anyone to side with you is crazy, dude. Oh my God. When we told M that, M told us she can't see taking this vacation without L, and that if we can't change our minds, they won't be joining us. Based mom. Like, you know, she's not the stepmom, she's the mom that stepped up. 2 of our kids are saying we did the right thing, otherwise we open the trip up to whoever decides to join. This is so fucking stupid. No, you don't. Oh, if we invite one person, if we invite this person, we have to invite this other person. No, you don't. Do you make them feel like shit? Probably. How about you just don't tell them? Or I'll be honest, like, if you're not inviting them, maybe you just don't like them all that much, or you just don't care about their feelings. That's okay. You don't have to like every single person, even if they're like related to you. Okay, it's like I have friends, right? I don't know what. Great. I said that like it's a fucking like hypothetical, and now I'm gonna sound like a loser if I try to defend myself, so I'm just gonna have to brush over it. I have friends, right? If one of our friends is usually, like, in our friend group, is usually more busy than everyone else, right? And like we honestly, like, I swear to God, I say this, like, honestly, like, we do try to reserve like our big trips, you know, kind of like for her, so we don't just do them, you know, with all of us without her. At the same time, if we spent our entire like breaks or whatever, or, you know, our free days like waiting for her to be available, we just wouldn't get anything done. And, you know, we understand that as her friends, and she also understands as our friends. So, you know, we'll schedule, like, we'll have, like, let's say we have, like, 3 big events planned for, like, winter break or something. Maybe we'll do, like, 1 without her, and then we'll do the other 2 with her. You know what I mean? And, like, that's an arrangement that works for all of us. Because she can't be mad, because it's like, what are we going to do? Just not do anything because, like, she's, you know, not available? And, you know, we can't be mad at her because, like, hey, like, it's not your, like, you know, like, you got shit going on, like, we get it, you know what I mean? So if you're just like open with the person, it's not that big of a deal, you know? And vice versa. Like I've been the friend, like everyone in our group at some point has been the friend who's been like left out just due to like circumstances outside of like their control pretty much. I've been that person, some other members of the group have been that person. It sucks. I'm not gonna lie, like, when you're the person, it sucks. But like it's not really anyone's fault. You know what I mean? So no, you don't have to, like, also, I'm sorry, but like this kid is your grandson? If this is let's see. L is a nephew on my daughter-in-law's side. Wait, then what'd you talk about the stepson then? Okay, well, you know what? That is strange. Why L is a nephew on my daughter-in-law's side? Okay, like, I guess that's weird because okay, I'm not justifying it, but it is weird how vehemently they're like attached to their nephew. But I mean, like, also, like, yeah, you kind of just said like it wouldn't even be more expensive, so you're still the asshole. I'm just like a little confused. One of our kids being okay. Otherwise, we open the trip up to whoever decides to join. One of our kids is saying we're the asshole because L would have fun with his cousins and wouldn't be a financial burden or a time burden on us. Yeah, one of our kids who like just gave us like literally like a bulletproof statement and like burned us. My wife and I are struggling. We have already excluded people we are close to when we sent the original invitation, and they had 7 months to bring up L and just told us this week. Your wife and you and your wife are struggling, but you can afford to bring like what? 4 kids, their partners, and your 4 grandchildren to the Caribbean for a week. You're fine. You'll be okay. And also, like, in the nicest way possible, like, you're 60 and 59. It's time to enjoy some of that money. You know what I mean? Better hurry up and enjoy that money is what I'm trying to say. To complicate things, Em and her wife have been semi-estranged from us on and off. They tend to drift out of our lives for months at a time until they really need something. Then they stick around for a little bit before drifting off again. So I really wanted this to be an experience that all of our kids and grandkids can share. Now my daughter, her wife, and their 2 sons, who we are least close to, will miss out. I mean, like, okay, I don't know. Like, you keep changing. Like, is L the problem, or are their 2 sons the problem? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're the asshole without a doubt. Second of all, you like literally like you got owned. Like one of your kids, they owned you. They got you. They hit you. They hit you with a bulletproof statement. You lost. There's nothing. You got nothing. Like that. I don't even have to say anything. One of our kids is saying we are the asshole because L would have fun with his cousins and wouldn't be a financial burden or a time burden on us. Yeah, he would. Like, yeah, you got owned. You got owned. You're finished. There's literally no argument. Also, like, why can't you just be like, okay, but like, hey, he can come. Can you just cover some of his expenses? I'm sure they'd be like, yeah, considering you're paying for everything else, sure, we can fucking, just cover one kid. Like, you didn't even try to compromise. Like, whatever. You're the asshole. The nephew thing I understand, but we did not invite any friends or their other relative. The nephew thing you understand. I disagree. We did not invite any of our friends or other relatives, including my oldest daughter's stepson. This was a hard choice because we knew we had to make some determination. Otherwise, we'd have to find a place for my in-laws, and some of our friends, and a lot of the other people we love. The dismissive attitude about your daughter's stepson is why I'm calling you the asshole. I mean, yeah. I thought Elle and the stepson were the same person for like a little bit because this person writes like a fucking moron, but not the asshole. It's one thing to bring their kids, that's still immediate family, and a nephew of the DIL, daughter-in-law, doesn't fall under this. I feel your daughter is taking this trip as an opportunity to blackmail you into taking the nephew. What? I mean, like, yeah, look, I'll admit she shouldn't have sprung it up like last second, but like, it literally is no financial burden. They said it wouldn't cost you money for them. Like, it would cost significantly less to bring along one extra kid. Not the asshole. I don't care what anyone says. Not the asshole for the stepson. Oh, wow. Not the asshole, and I don't care what anyone says. Not the asshole for the stepson. Nowhere in here does it say that daughter raised this child infancy and child is being deliberately excluded. It's for their nuclear family. If daughter and her husband, father of stepson, don't have a problem with it, it's no one else's business. Poster didn't come here to be criticized for a relationship the internet knows nothing about. So, not the asshole for a point that somebody else came up with. I'm not going to talk about the actual, asshole moment. I'm just going to defend this one argument that doesn't even need to be defended because it's not even relevant. Listen to 311. Fuck you. Not the asshole about the nephew. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I disagree because I understand like the principle. At the same time, it's one kid who one of your own kids told you like literally wouldn't even like be a problem if they came. So am I the asshole for not telling my father's wife that he has a girlfriend? What what the fuck kind of like soap opera? Okay, I'm 28. My dad's been married to a really nice lady for 9 years. My mom passed away 12 years ago. On Monday night I was working and my dad came home into my bar with another woman that he was all over. I have no idea if he deliberately came to my bar or if he came just because it's a good bar. I usually don't work Mondays and he knows that, but I happen to be working. I called him and mentioned it and he said that she's his girlfriend and that she's 33. I asked if there was any issues at home and he said no. I went to my dad's for dinner tonight. Everything seemed fine and I felt really guilty just making small talk and listening to my dad's wife talk about their vacation coming up. I would want to know, obviously, she's a really nice lady, but my father is my father. He's half the reason that I exist, and he's really good to me in a lot of ways. I haven't mentioned this to my other siblings. First of all, half the reason you exist does not matter. Look, if there was some way where like you were just like a soul floating around in like the Aether Sphere or whatever, Aether Sphere, and then you went up to this guy and said, hey, like I want to like have a physical body. Could you like make me one? He's like, okay, cool. And then, he gave his sperm and then some other lady gave his egg, then he'd be half responsible for your existence. Half responsible for your existence, I guess, in the sense where like you should feel some obligation. Dude, he was fucking your mom and then like you got born and that's it. There's no half responsible. He's half the reason you exist, but not for any like real reason. It's like, it's just not like you don't owe anyone, like you don't owe your parents like this is gonna sound controversial statement, like you don't owe your parents for your life because they made you pretty much without your consent. And I know there's no real way they could have gotten your consent, right? But like you didn't make the choice to be alive. They made that choice for you. And maybe they didn't. Maybe you were an accident. I'm not even saying that like as an insult. I'm just being like, sometimes that happens. But like, it doesn't matter. Gentle, you're the asshole. You made it clear in the comments there's no way this is an open relationship, and the fact that your father has a full-on girlfriend and is flaunting her in public with no care in the world about who finds out says so much about him as yeah, I mean, I agree with like Gentle, you're the asshole. Like you should bring it up because like that's like, I don't know, man. Like I would rat out my dad. I guess I would rat out my mom, I guess, if she was married to someone and then also had a boyfriend. It's fucked up. Let's see. This is so funny. Ooh, this one's long. I recently moved back home because the college I was going to didn't have the major I wanted to switch, but the college here does. So I talked with my parents about moving back and staying with them so that I could save up and get a place closer to campus, pay off my student loans, and just to generally take some time off. The job hunt hasn't been going so well. My car has been in and out of the shop, and I've had an emergency surgery, and recovery took a while. When I initially asked my parents if I could move back, they said that I could and I wouldn't have to pay for anything as long as I stayed, since my sister had moved back for 2 years and they made the same deal with her. Okay, based parents. Now my dad is the only one who works. He's a mechanical engineer, so he makes pretty decent money and gets paid every week. Here recently though, he's had to work 50 plus hours a week to cover my mom's spending. He's not going to ever tell her that she can't get something. He would rather work more than to not let her have what she wants. It comes from when he went back to school so we could get off government assistance when I was a kid. Okay, based father. Here recently, he's told me it's becoming more of a burden for him, and I've offered to help pay for the stuff with what little I've had left to save up. He refused to accept any of it and has told me that it does upset him with how my mom is spending, but he wouldn't say anything. The other night, however, we were all in the living room and watching YouTube. That's crazy to me. That's a real sentence, but it's also like it makes so much sense. Watching YouTube in the living room. Hey guys, you guys want to watch the second Germa? You guys want to watch the new Germa VOD? That's crazy. And my mom tells me my dad tells and my mom tells my dad that she placed an Amazon order. He looks at her and says, "What did you spend almost $350 on after just spending $400 at Target?" To which she basically stuff that she thinks we need. To which she basically said it was stuff that she thinks we needed or was. I'm not illiterate. The guy just didn't add like a connecting word or whatever. It's basically stuff that she thinks we needed or was on sale. My dad said, "Well, I really needed that money for gas this week, and I wanted to get some stuff to work on on Op's car." My mom lost it, saying that she lost it. What? My mom lost it, saying that if something if something was to be bought for my car, then I should buy it, and that I should stop, and that I should be helping out more financially if I'm going to be staying here. Then I need to be paying them as a form of rent. My parents then got into it because my dad said that's not what we agreed on, and I finally had enough and said maybe this wouldn't be a problem if you got off your ass and got a job yourself and used your own money. There's no need for us to all have this random shit. No house needs 3 air fryers, 2 pressure cookers, 5 blenders, and 75 coffee mugs. It's useless junk that barely gets used. 3 air fryers? What the hell? What? Five, yeah, I guess I'm not getting mad at the right thing. 5 blenders? Are you out of your mind? 5 blenders? I hope to God that's exaggeration. 5, because I mean, more than 1 blender is too many, man. Maybe if you're like super rich, you have like a spare blender. One spare blender, just in case it breaks. What the fuck? 5 blenders? Holy shit. Yeah, whatever. Most of it's trash sitting in the storage unit at the bottom of your closet. Then I stormed off. I got a call from Godmother saying that I really upset her and that I should be grateful for them letting me stay there. My dad and Godfather, however, have stood by me, and my mom hasn't talked since. Am I the asshole? Not why. Why did she get not the asshole? I guess people are gonna be like, well, you're also not working. She got off surgery, and she's looking for a job, and her parents made the agreement that she could stay without paying for rent or anything. And she offered to help pay for shit. I understand that that's a lot of like, you know, excuses, but like they're all valid in my eyes. I know I'm usually like, you know, like child-based parents like cringe, but like, you know, this is one of those times where I feel like I'm justified. I mean, actually no, I feel justified so far every time, but like, let's see. Everyone sucks here, and your parents are both in a toxic relationship that they are both equally responsible for perpetuating. I truly sympathize and I agree with your assessment that your mother is, let's just say, the problem. Okay. But the way you lost your temper is out of line and frankly not constructive. It's Redditors when someone has an emotional reaction to an emotional situation. I swear to fucking God, man, I can't, I'm having an emotional reaction because I can't deal with these people who listen. I have not lived a super exciting life. I have not lived a super complicated life. I have not lived a super hard life. That being said, in my 20 years on this earth, okay, one of the most important things I've learned is that human beings are not rational. Most of the time, they're not rational. And it makes things harder. It makes things more inconvenient. All that shit. But you know what? You're guilty of it too, man. It's not just you. It's not just your friends. It's not just the people around you. It's not your fucking teacher, your professor, your boss. It's everyone, and that includes you. Maybe you know someone who's really chill. Guarantee you've just never seen that side of them. Maybe you never will. Doesn't mean it ain't there. And it's okay. It's okay to be irrational and like emotional and shit. It's fucking human nature, man. I know I'm getting stoned by the first paragraph and he has 2 other paragraphs, but I'm just saying I can't with this take where it's like, yeah, I understand. You had a completely justifiable reason to be angry. However, what you said was a little harsh. And it's like, yeah, okay. But also, no. Fuck this person's mom. That sounded like a command and not like a declaration of like hatred. No. This person's mom sucks. in this scenario, maybe she's fine, but okay, maybe sit down with your dad and really dig into your mother's spending history. Your father clearly knows he's being abused. Poor dude can't even buy gas with the money he earns. Rubs his nose at how bad things have gotten and talk with him in private about how to establish boundaries. And if your mother is upset because you're right and she doesn't like her nose being rubbed in the truth, maybe you can have a one-to-one with her and try to figure out where the compulsive spending. Wait. Not the asshole you're calling a spade a spade. Nobody needs 3 air fryers, 75 mugs, and a whole bunch of stuff in storage. Oh, that's true. Oh, you actually meant like storage, not like okay, I thought you meant like in a closet or something. Damn, okay, if you're paying extra $200 a month for storage, like, because we have the same thing. We have a storage compartment. Shit's expensive. It's also like, I think it's also $200 a month. So everyone sucks, unfortunately. Even dad, he's an enabler, I guess. That's the line of thinking. Your sentiment was valid. Your delivery needed work. Your dad is an enabler, and your mom is either a shopping addict, hoarder, or both. She could definitely benefit from therapy. Wait, did I just assume this? I don't know why. I guess I just... Okay, never mind. No, I misread something. Okay. Your mom is overspending. Your dad having enabled the overspending. You for butting in when your dad said it had finally started the difficult conversation. Kind of true, but no. Okay. You for butting in when your dad had finally started the difficult conversation and making it all about you. She didn't. I mean, not she. I don't know. This person didn't make it about them. Fucking mom did. She called them out. She's like, this kid that I gave birth to is not contributing for completely valid reasons. And then they defended themselves. I don't understand. No. Enough. Okay. 121. We'll do like 2 more. I think we got 2 more in me. Am I the asshole for only speaking my mother language in my home and making my son's girlfriend uncomfortable? This one got asshole. And this is crazy because when it comes to like mother languages and stuff, like I'm usually like, how can you be in the wrong for like speaking, you know, your mother tongue in any context, really, almost any context, really. And also I think Reddit, I saw like one of like Northern Lions React Courts, and there was one about a guy who like didn't want to learn his wife's like mother tongue, and then the she demanded her family stop talking in her mother tongue, in their mother tongue, because like it made him feel left out. And it's like, grow up. Didn't ask. Anyway. Oh, let me put it on screen. There we go. Am I the asshole for only speaking my mother language in my home and making my son's girlfriend uncomfortable? Throwaway, since my coworkers know my main account. All names are fake for privacy. Yada yada. Some background. I, 41M, am originally American. I moved to Norway over 2 decades ago for school and met my wife, 38F, Mary. We have 3 kids, 16M, John, 14F, and 13M. Okay. No, the 14 and 13-year-old don't get names. Mary and I both think being at least bilingual is a necessary skill, so we speak English in our home. The kids are free to speak in either English or Norwegian at home, and my wife will speak Norwegian about 50% of the time, but I speak English 99% of the time at home. I do so because it both comes easier to me, and I would hate to get rusty. Plus, it's a nice respite from my work life where I seldom get to speak English. Okay, so he lives in Norway now. I thought they moved back to America. On to the story. A few months ago, John started dating a girl, 16F Hannah, and he introduced... Wait, if they live in Norway, how does she not know Norwegian? Oh, his mother tongue is English. I'm fucking stupid. Oh, okay. A few months ago, John started dating a girl, 16F Hannah, and introduced her to the family in early December. She's a very sweet girl and has definitely been good for him. She seemed a bit quiet, but I didn't really pay it any mind until last Thursday. Hannah came over for dinner, and about halfway through, John was staring daggers at me. After dinner, Hannah left, and John said he needed to speak to me. He told me that Hannah was too intimidated to speak and has felt excluded since she met me because her English isn't the best. I asked if she was having a hard time understanding me, and if so, I could speak slower and more clearly. He told me that wasn't enough, and I needed to speak Norwegian so that she doesn't feel like an idiot spectator in my presence. For context, both of his siblings still spoke Norwegian, and they were learning most of the discussion alongside Mary. I told my son that this is my home and I will speak in the language I want. I can accommodate his girlfriend in any other way, but this has been in the agreement in our house since he was born. He called me a stubborn jerk and said that this is Norway, people speak Norway. Damn, he actually just told his own dad to go back to his country. That's crazy. Oh my, he called me stubborn jerk and said this is Norway, people speak Norwegian, and that it was unfair that she should feel like an idiot just because she didn't speak my mother tongue. Okay. I'm gonna keep reading. My current opinion is, in the nicest way possible, that's not his problem. Like, look. I know what the argument's gonna be. It's a very simple accommodation to just speak Norwegian, 1% of the time that you like normal. Okay, like 99% of the time you can still speak English in your home, and then this one time the girl comes over, right? You speak Norwegian. I agree. I think it's really not that big of an accommodation to make, and he's kind of making throwing a big fuss over it for no reason. At the same time, on like devil's advocate, it's not really his problem if she feels insecure about her English. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's like actively, like, he's not trying to make her. It's just a byproduct of like, a native speaker versus a non-native speaker. But like, it's really not his problem. But I'll admit, I think he's being the bigger asshole because, like I said, like, he goes from speaking English 99% of the time at home to 99.5. Or I'm sorry, that was stupid. Oh my god, to 98.8 of the time. You know what I mean? That was the dumbest shit I've ever said in my life. I got an A in statistics too, like college statistics. Good lord. Okay. Mary chimed in and said that we should give Hannah lessons if it was a big problem and that she could help him do so. John said that wasn't the point and then stormed off into his room. Okay, you know what, Mary coming in with like the compromise based Mary. Also, like, yeah, valid. Like, I don't know. Wouldn't that be kind of nice for your family and your girlfriend to get a little bit closer? You fucking baby. How old is John again? Okay, 16. Fair enough. Okay, Mary chimed in. Okay, John said that wasn't the point, then started off to his room. He hasn't been speaking to me since, and both of his siblings have said I should just speak Norwegian when she's here. My wife is on my side and said he'll get over it eventually, but said if it really bothers me, I should just concede. My coworkers are split on the issue, so I'm here. Am I the asshole? Yeah, I agree. I agree with your kids. It's not that big of an accommodation to make. At the same time, okay, here's the thing. First, like, for the next few times she comes over, speak Norwegian, and then be like, hey, like, maybe don't say like, hey, your son told me you're embarrassed, but like, hey, like, your English is like really good. I mean, even if it's not, just lie to her. But maybe you'd like some help from like a native speaker. Okay, I can't like think of like a way to approach this that wouldn't like just like shatter her, I guess. I just don't know like a non-condescending way to like offer someone help, basically, in a topic like this. So, I got nothing for you there, but I'm saying like that would be nice, right? Like a little bonding activity, for the whole, maybe not for the whole family, but like, with your dad, with the dad, with John, and with his girlfriend at least. But whatever. Okay, holy fuck, the edits are crazy. Okay. English is taught in schools here at a very young age, and from what I've heard Hannah is speaking, she is pretty good, just uncomfortable. Okay. Edit 2. I realized I said a decade instead of 2. I moved when I was 20, so you're 40. Okay. Okay, I mean, not super relevant, I guess. I'm extremely surprised by the volume of comments in this post. While I think a lot of commenters here don't understand how common English is here, or the general level of proficiency, especially amongst the youngs, making Hannah uncomfortable is not my goal, and I really do think she's very, very good for and to John. I will apologize to John in the morning and ask him, Hannah, and I can sit down and talk about how I can make her feel more comfortable visiting our home. Thank you to all the commenters here, even the ones who called my son a dick, which he isn't. He's just a teenager trying to navigate his first relationship. I'll be going to bed now as it's late, but I will be reading the comments in the morning in case anyone has some insights. Once again, thank you for commenting and taking the time to read about my problems. So edit 4 and 5 are going to go off the rails. Because this is a pretty fitting conclusion. If this post had ended here, I would have said, you know what? Happy ending. But edit 4. Why did I wake up to so many comments filled with seething rage? The name calling is rather unnecessary. What nerve did I strike in the American psyche that so many would be angry? 4.5. I talked with my son this morning. Or rather, he talked to me. He told me he was sorry about the Norge. Okay, I don't even know what that is. And I apologize for dismissing him completely. I'm talking to him and his girlfriend out. I'm taking him and his girlfriend out for lunch today. Stupid. Post 5. Okay, so I guess he's just updating us. He's not like, anyway. Post lunch update. TLDR. All the commenters who said she was just shy and intimidated were right, and everyone who said she couldn't keep up was wrong. Long story, my son and I drove to Hannah's house and he admitted that he didn't warn her well enough to know about the situation was at home. When we picked her up, I greeted her in Norwegian and we had some small talk on the way to the restaurant. She started speaking English after we sat down and told me that she thought I was speaking English because I didn't like her. Aww. Aw, now I like, okay, I didn't like not feel bad for her before, but I was like, okay, like, damn, I didn't like her. I assured her that wasn't the case and told her about the rules I have in my home. I emphasized the fact that at no point would I demand she speak to me in English. She admitted that she hadn't really spoke to a native English speaker, and along with being mostly blindsided by me speaking only English when most of our family dinner discussions were in Norwegian, told my son that she couldn't keep up when he asked why she didn't talk much as a knee-jerk response. She also said she really wanted to make a good impression on me, but just kind of froze when trying to formulate sentences. I asked John why he didn't warn her, and he said he thought he warned her well enough by saying that our house is bilingual and to expect to hear a lot of English. On the way back, I asked Hannah if she wanted me to speak Norwegian to her when she comes for dinner again, and thank God I already have the asshole judgment, but I don't care if dumb Redditors think I'm an ass for saying that. She said it wasn't necessary, but she'll probably be speaking Norwegian. So am I the asshole? Probably. But it worked out, and the not the asshole commenters pointed out, and the not the asshole commenters who said she was just intimidated, shy, and wanted to make a good impression were right. And all the vitriol and Anglophobic Americans were wrong about her not understanding English. I'm going to make a point telling my younger two to actually warn future SOs about this and warn me before problems arise so that I can avoid the painful irony of reading illiterate commenters project their own lack of proficiency with English on my problems. Thank you for reading, commenting, and up/down voting. I may make snide remarks, but this was actually helpful and made me realize that my house rule may be too rigid. I'm still going to speak English in my goddamn house 98% of the time. He used my statistic. Okay, it was 98.5, but like, close enough, man. Margin of error. This is honestly like, this is like based. Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. Normally when I see like a paragraph like this written in response to like anything on the internet, I'm like cringe. But nah, that was based. That was a hard response. And like, you know, I'm glad everything worked out. But also, damn, I feel like even worse for him. Oh, look, I know I said like her feeling insecure isn't her problem, isn't his problem, because you know that's how she feels, not how it actually is. But, and I still believe that to some extent. But also, now that there's confirmation that she feels afraid, I'm like, damn. I don't know. I felt like extra bad for her. But, oh man, that was good. I don't even want to read these comments because like it's all wrapped up. You know what I mean? There's nothing the comments can say that's gonna change my mind. Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll call it. Oh, okay, the fiance's fear. Am I the asshole for storming out after we missed New Year's Eve because my dad wouldn't change the channel? Let me see. They got not the asshole for this too. I, 20s, was with my dad, mom, 50s, and sister, 20s on New Year's Eve. As she usually does, my mom brought snacks for us to eat while we watched the countdown to midnight on television. When he saw the snacks, my dad said that he was planning on watching the Peach Bowl, an American football game happening that night. My mom asked if the game would go until midnight, and my dad said he hoped not, but he said he'd watch the game. As it turned out, the game did go long. My mom, sister, and I eventually made our way to the television, starting around an hour before midnight, but none of us cared that the game was on. We were all on our phones and eating snacks while we waited as midnight approached, so did the final moments of the extremely close game. All of us asked my dad to change the channel briefly so we could watch the countdown, but he refused, saying he wanted to watch the end of the game. He had the remote. We missed it. I was mad because the only reason I had come at all was to celebrate the start of 2023 at midnight with my family, but I'd missed it, so I said Happy New Year nonchalantly and left. My mom and sister were mad too, and they left him there with the mess of snacks. My dad thinks we were all super rude and insensitive to him since he said in advance that he wanted to watch the game, and we know how important it was to him. Am I the asshole for storming out after he refused? This is not a problem. This is not a real problem. I diagnose you with real problems. I agree, like, not the asshole. Like, I guess the dad's the asshole, but it's like, it's such a minor problem. Also, because like, you don't need to watch like a countdown to celebrate New Year's, you know what I mean? Like, me and my friends were just like in one of our other friends' like rooms and just like chilling, and then like we were just watching fucking TikToks, and it was like New Year's, and we're like, hey, Happy New Year's, like, oh cool. And then we just like hung out for like an extra like 10 minutes, and then we all went home and went to bed. I don't know, it's just not that deep. I guess like I can't say that for like other people's like, you know, tradition, their New Year's tradition stuff, but like as someone who like, you know, doesn't celebrate that way, I personally say like not that deep. But okay, that was kind of a lame one. I want to end on a stronger note. Okay, let me see. That was so lame. I'm like, that's like not a real problem. Not super interesting. I kind of don't want to know. I don't want something that's neutral. I want something with like, am I the asshole? Okay, so there's two here. Am I the asshole for not wanting my son am I the asshole for not wanting to name my son after my wife's dead best friend? Could be it. This could be the one. This could be the one. This could be the one. My wife, Kate, 26F, and I, 28M, are expecting our first baby in about 3 months. We've been married for 2 years now and known each other for about 4. She's from a different state, so I don't personally know all of her childhood friends, extended family, and such. Long story short, we were finalizing baby name ideas and decided on first name Pete. Oh. Something Pete something. I was content until we mentioned it until we mentioned the name around her mom, and she mentioned how beautiful it was and how it was a kind way to honor Pete. I'm awkward in person, so I waited until we were alone to ask Kate what her mom meant. Turns out Pete was Kate's best friend from grade school on up. Unfortunately, Pete got addicted to hard drugs and passed away 3 years before I met Kate. Her excuse for not telling me was that it's hard to talk about him. While I understand the sentiment, I don't want my son carrying the name of not only someone my wife lost, but also an addict. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ooh. Ooh. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. That's horrible. That's actually horrible. Oh yeah, I mean, there we go. I've suggested other names. This is also a middle name. It's not even a fucking like real name. Soft, you're the asshole. Addiction is a disease, and dismissing someone's life because they died an addict is callous. Your wife doesn't want to remember Pete's addiction and death. She wants to honor who he was. Honor who he was aside from that. You need to check your attitude about addiction, my dude. However, you do need to agree on a name. This is the name of someone who clearly meant a lot to your wife. She only wanted to use it as a middle name. Yeah, it's a fucking middle name. It's a middle name, and like, also, you're like, sorry, but you're automatically the asshole for like, oh, he died an addict, so he's not worthy of like being remembered. Holy fuck, that is crazy. You're not the asshole for your feelings, but your wife isn't either. Either one of you might become one but either one of you might become one depending on how you both act from now. You and your wife really need to calmly discuss this and not let it drive you apart. My guess is that she isn't reminded of something so horrible. She's reminded of happy childhood memories, and the name could be part of her healing from something that is no doubt painful to her. If you can, the two of you should discuss it with a neutral third party like a counselor or therapist. No matter what you decide to name your son, it sounds like your wife has some unresolved issues and could benefit from some health. Okay. Kind of based Redditor for once. Can't believe it. Not the asshole. You deserve to know who your wife was naming your child after before she settled on the name. Pete may have been a great guy, but that doesn't mean you have to honor his memory through your son, especially if you find those things especially if you find other things that you may not want to associate with your child. Hey, asshole, I don't know if you realize, but like marriages actually like work both ways. And like, yeah. Okay, I don't want these things associated with my son. Okay, I don't like, for example, let's just say, I'm not saying this, right? But let's say this guy's like, I don't want my son associated with an addict. And then your wife's like, well, I want my son associated with like one of my childhood best friends who was like a good person, who could have still been a good person, you know, despite also being an addict. The two things are not like mutually exclusive. And then and then what? Almost like you have to have a fucking discussion about it and not just be like, your stupid idiot wife wants to name your fucking kid after a druggie. Fuck her. You're the man, and they're like, shut up. Not the asshole. She lied about it because she knew you wouldn't like it. I get the feeling that you still don't have the full story on her history with Pete. Okay, you're just projecting. That's not even, I'm not reading the rest of this. And here's what happens. Here's what, look. On the show, Northern Lion doesn't do this because he's afraid. I don't care. If you make an assumption based on like little to no evidence, I'm going after you. I'm going after you too. Listen, noodle fanboy. I'm sorry your fucking like, I don't know, your fucking junior year girlfriend cheated on you. You don't have to take it out on this guy and his wife, or any woman for that matter, or any girl for that matter. Okay? I'm sorry. I apologize. Like, you know, that's fucked up that it happened to you. But you know what, man? It's time to move on. Okay? Not all girls are gonna hurt you or other people. One hurt you. Maybe some others will hurt you at some point or have hurt you. But you know what, man? They're just shitty people. It's okay. It's okay, noodle fanboy. Okay? So, I get the feeling you don't know the full story on her history with Pete. Well, if he was such an important friend that she wants to name her child after him, why has she never mentioned him before now? Pete sounds like a dead ex, not a dead friend. So little noodle fanboy, right? Men and women can actually be friends. I know it's crazy, right? And believe it or not, as someone with, you know, friends of the opposite gender, if one of my friends, like, I'm being sincere when I say this, if one of my friends died and I had like, and you know, call me, I guess you can call me like heteronormative or whatever, but I had a daughter, maybe I'd want to name my daughter after one of them. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking my friends. I'm like, oh hey, what's up, Dry? Well, this is okay. So Dry, let me get your opinion on something, right? So we're doing Am I the Asshole, which is basically where I just like judge people based on like limited information and out of context scenarios on Reddit. And so this guy, basically his wife's they had a kid, his wife, right? Or no, they're expecting their first baby, right? And so she wants to name, not even name, she wants to give like their son the middle name of some guy named Pete. And Pete was like apparently her childhood like best friend or whatever, who died of an overdose like 3 years before she met her husband, right? And she didn't talk about him for a while, or I guess, you know, for however long their relationship has been going on, because he what's the word? Because it was like painful for her to talk about, right? Which is like valid. And then he's saying, no, I don't want to name, and not even name, I don't want to give the middle name to my son because direct quote, while I understand the sentiment, I don't want my son carrying the name of not only someone my wife lost, but also an addict. So my judgment is like, guy's like a major asshole, because one, reducing someone's life to addict is insane, but two, also it's a middle name. Three, also what a dick the husband. Yeah. And what's crazy is that like I'm in the comments, because you know, sometimes I just like to make myself angry and I read like other posts. But I'm just like, there's this one guy, Noodle Fanboy, who's just like projecting. Not the asshole. She lied about it because she knew you wouldn't like it. I get the feeling that you still don't have the full story on her history with Pete. If she was such an important friend and she wants to name her child after him, why has she never mentioned him before? Pete sounds like a dead ex, not a dead friend. And like, you know, I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, nowhere in this story, in this entire like, you know, little like 2-paragraph story here, supports Andrew Tate. I don't think so. Maybe that's like going like, honestly, like I think he's just someone who like just never got over like, and I mean this like with no like, because okay, here's the rule, right? Personally, I read these stories, and what a lot of people do, and you know, it's human nature, is that we fill in the blanks in our head, right? So when I read this story, you know, maybe I have my own suspicions about this wife's, you know, dead friend or whatever, but I don't have enough, you know, context or evidence to base a decision off of. So I'm not gonna like just make assumptions. But people on Reddit, man, fucking loonies. So here he is. Here noodle fanboy over here, right? Creating the sentiment. No, that's what I'm saying. But I like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you'll realize that like 85%, I'll be more generous, 95% of all people just project. So what I don't think like it's an Andrew Tate thing. I mean, maybe, whatever. I think like he legitimately got cheated on, like maybe like his junior year of high school, and he just never got over. And look, I get it. I mean, I can't say I get it because I've never been cheated on yet, but like, you know, it hurts. I'm quite ready. Are you seriously suggesting that Op should be jealous of a dead person? I heard someone say, like, someone there's another guy who does like a similar thing, and like one of the titles was like, am I the asshole for forbidding my husband to go like to his ex's funeral? And he's like, yeah, like you won, she's dead. And like, you know, that's fucked up to say, but also like kind of like the husband's got to accept that at the same time. Like, you, like, even if he was an ex, man, like, you won. He's dead. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. This is off topic. But have you, girl, type a whole sentence before I, of The Last of Us. Okay, listen. Zombie apocalypse is not my thing. I know The Last of Us has a lot of like merit as a story, and I know it's super good. I know. I just don't care for zombie things. Also, like I know how this is gonna sound, but like God of War and The Last of Us fulfill the same like hole in my heart, like the same niche, I guess. They're both like, you know, parent-child stories in a like strange world. I mean, he's good in like pretty much everything he's been in, I'm pretty sure. The like whether the things themselves have been good is a different story, but like he's always pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I know for a fact you just watched it because he's like he looks hot in it, is all I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know why you lie, Brian. Like I know who you are. Sure, yeah. Okay, well then you thought Joel was hot. Because that's not an unpopular opinion. If Kratos was a little bit younger and you know, maybe had hair, you would have been more into God of War than I was. Or is, I guess. That's all I gotta say to you. Dude, I need to find a crazy one again. Okay, how come when I bring up the exact same thing about God of War and you look at me like I'm a fucking crazy person? Look, I'm not even saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying like, for me, they fulfill the same niche. You know what I mean? Like the same hole. It's just that I like like Norse mythology fantasy more than I like zombie stuff. That's it. No, you can't. You make fun of me. You call me like, this is true, by the way. She called me like little fat boy and she like bullies me and tells me I have no friends all the time. So I just want that to be like public information. Yeah, okay, dipshit. I explain this to you every time. The stream saves after I'm done streaming. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure I clip this this evidence of you calling me names and bullying me in my 0 viewer stream, which is like honestly just like a low for you. I'm gonna clip it, take it out of context, and I'm gonna make you seem like the villain. And there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, let's go find some more asshole posts. Am I the asshole for wanting hot food? How do you lose that argument? He got asshole for that. I gotta know. I gotta know. Okay, let me take a swig of water real quick at the. Oh wait, is it on screen? There we go. Am I the asshole for wanting hot food? Yesterday, I went ice skating with my girlfriend. Tuesday is one of her days for dinner, so she made chicken salad. When I saw the chicken salad, I admit I made a face. She was like, "What's the problem?" I said that we were outside in the cold all afternoon and I really wasn't in the mood for cold food. She said we're inside and the heat is set to 74 degrees, and we're both wearing warm, dry clothes, so it was plenty warm enough to eat salad. I said sure, but I just wanted something warm to heat me up on the inside. Why are you making problems for yourself, man? I said sure, but I just wanted something warm. She said that was ridiculous because my internal temperature is in the 90s and my insides are plenty hot. That would have been a great pickup line if they weren't in an argument. The fact that he's turned no, like here's the thing. You'll see posts that are like this where it's just like someone just like making problems for themselves, and then sometimes you'll see a post where it's like my stepmom pulled out a gun on me and my son hit her over the head with a chair. Now I don't know, now my mom's side of the family is suing. Am I the asshole? And it's like, okay, I could see how you could like, you know, you'd want like some public advice for that. But then you see something like this and all you're doing is basically going to the internet and saying like, my life is too easy, I need to create problems. This is not a real problem. At this point we were going in circles. So I said I was just going to heat up some soup and told her to go ahead and start eating and I'd be back in a few minutes. When I came out to the kitchen with my soup, she was clearly upset and she asked how I would feel if she refused to eat what I made tomorrow, which is today. I said I won't care, and she said that was BS because it's rude to turn your nose at something someone made for you. Okay, if someone made me like, you know, like a cyanide souffle, I think I'd turn my nose to it, but I get the point. Was I the asshole for not wanting a cold salad after being cold all day? Dude, like just drink a hot drink with your salad, you fucking loser. What? Why are you doing this to you? Like, here's the thing. You're the asshole for this, but you're a bigger asshole for like having like an easy life and then creating problems and then going to Reddit for them. No, this one I'm not satisfied. This one's too, there's not enough, I need more. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I need more like tenacity. I need more like fight. Ooh, this one, am I the asshole for not letting my ex's girlfriend and her kids come to our daughter's birthday party? Do I touch this one? Should I make pizza bites? I mean, just like whatever you do, don't make cold food in front of this guy. I know that's like not, I mean, honestly, in honor of what we just read, you shouldn't make warm food at all. You should make cold food just to like spite him. Even though I'm pretty sure he probably got like broken up with, so. I would break up with someone for something like that. Not even because like it's like a deal breaker for me. It's just like, why are you making problems? Like, not even because it's like, oh, you didn't like it's not even because you didn't like the salad or whatever. It's because like, why are you making problems? Like, just drink a hot, yeah, like, it's not that deep. Just drink, like, a hot beverage. For uninviting some of my husband's friends for my birthday. Ooh, interesting. This one. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. Am I the asshole for uninviting some of my husband's friends from a trip they planned while we separated? My husband and I were separated for 3 years, and in that time I realized that some of my so-called friends were really just his friends all along. Some of them treated me pretty badly, and I was suddenly less than them because I was no longer with my husband. Earlier this year, we started reconciling. My husband and his friends planned a trip to Switzerland. My husband asked me if I wanted to come since they were staying at his family's cabin. I asked him who was going, and he told me. I said if I wouldn't go if 4 of his friends were going because of how they treated me when they thought we were going to get divorced. He was unhappy about it, but he agreed I could uninvite them if it meant I would go on the trip. Obviously, the friends who would have been uninvited are upset, and they've been calling me names for making my husband uninvite them. The trip is at the end of next month, so they're trying to get him and the rest of the group to reinvite them, but it hasn't worked because of me. What? Am I the asshole? Okay, so Here's where I'm conflicted. On one hand, this was a trip. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you give me your take, I'll give you mine. On one hand, this is a trip made before they got back together without her in mind. So it is kind of fucked up that she kicks them out of the trip. At the same time, is she wrong? It is the husband who evidently decided she couldn't invite them. Did she say she wouldn't go if they were coming? I said I wouldn't go if... No, okay, yeah. It's the husband who evidently decided she could uninvite. Yeah, but like... Yeah, she said that. It's the husband who evidently decided she could uninvite. He chose her over his friends. So the real thing is, oh, the husband. That's... You know what? That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Because I was on the side where I'm like, if they made the trip before like they knew you're getting back together, like she's completely justified to like feel that way about those friends, right? 100%. But I'm like, if the trip was made without her, like without her in mind basically, and then she was kind of added on last minute, I'm like, it's kind of unfair. But then you do make a good point where it's like her husband is giving her the power because she does have the option to just sit out. So let's it is unfair, but like it's the husband's idea. No, that's what I mean. Like I think it's like you're right. Like I think it's the husband's the asshole. But let's see what Reddit says. I can't wait to see what. Okay. Going with you're the asshole. Switching to everybody sucks here, details further down, though your husband is a big one too. The trip wasn't planned by you, and he just added you, and then he booted a bunch of others just because you found out a few chose him in the separation, which sucks, but happens. That's truly a crappy thing to do. The friends supporting you too sound like assholes as well, unless the said uninvited people were straight up abusive. That changes things, but other than that, y'all are just being catty, unpleasant people. If I were one of the uninvolved friends, I'd nope out of this drama because this is also dumb. Sour Skittle agrees with us. Okay, wait. No, but he added on another paragraph. Okay, well, like, I'm sorry, the only way you could do that, Dia, is like if we get into a Discord call right now and you just fucking but then you're on stream and I can't help you with that. Do you want to do that? Okay, deadass, you want to do this? I'm down. Okay, bet, let's do it. Okay, now, okay, so I think, let me, wait, can you listen to the stream? Can you hear yourself?
No.
You can't?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay, so this is interesting.
I'm gonna mute myself I'm gonna mute your stream real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. Just, okay, I can't, like, screen share with you because I'm running like, the actual recording program, so you're just gonna have to...
I'll just watch the stream.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to watch the stream. But,
that's fine.
Okay. So, I say we move on. I think, okay, it's not that we move on, it's that, like, I say we move on.
Okay. Okay.
I say we move on.
Okay.
Am I the asshole? Okay, so am I the asshole? Had a huge fight with wife over opening a present, and it's like actually like,
wait,
oh
screen
my
share.
God, it's like a small. No, like you have to not look on screen.
Yeah, screen share.
Okay,
on the
okay. I know. I turn off like the overall screen so I can look in case there's anything inappropriate because sometimes
okay.
Something pops up. But like, okay, this one's long. Let me see. Okay, I have a okay. Here's the thing, right? sometimes you'll read a title and it'll be like a really like petty thing that looks like it'll like turn into something crazy, but then you'll read it and it's just kind of like mediocre. So I'm interested. Okay. Am I the asshole? Had a huge fight with my wife over opening a present. On my phone. Okay, on my phone. I don't who cares? Today is my birthday. I got home from a 24-hour shift at 7 a.m. this morning. I walked through the garage door and sitting in our kitchen island is a present with 2 cards. One for my wife and one for my kids. I proceed to open the cards and wait, let me make sure
Wait, I need to read this.
Okay. Well, I went down. Okay. I proceeded to open the cards and the present. After, I went downstairs to play a video game for an hour because no one was up. After an hour, I go upstairs and take a shower because I have a tattoo appointment. Why? I don't care. I have a tattoo appointment in another hour. And my wife, still in bed, wishes me a happy birthday.
Too much filler shit.
Yeah, dude. Like honestly, like
Already
if I was like a TA, I would like give this guy a fucking like 1 out of 100. I finished getting ready of my present and then I should have waited for the family. Okay. Tattoo, wife still in bed, wishes me a happy birthday. I finished getting ready, go downstairs, and my wife is up and she tells me she's disappointed I opened my present and I should have waited for the family to be up and together. I was shocked. Like the meme of the old lady what?
Dude, I don't even care.
Okay,
He's already an
I'm
asshole.
done. I think I'm done with this guy.
Dude, he's so
Dude,
annoying.
I would kill
I'm
a
the
motherfucker if they ever said that to me in real life. If somebody ever was telling a story and they were like yeah, I made the face like, you know, like the troll face, I would stab them right then and there. I would kill them right
I'm already
then
on
and
the
there, bro.
wife's side. I don't care.
I would, oh my god. No, I'm not even saying like divorce. I'm saying like she should have killed him.
This is so
Okay.
annoying.
My position is that she shouldn't have put the present, which is okay. We had a small argument, maybe not even that over it. My position is that she shouldn't have put the present, which was only placed in a plain. Like this is another situation of this isn't a real problem.
No, aren't these grown ass adults?
No, I said that earlier where I was like I feel like on this subreddit, I feel like so many people should have just like gotten all this shit out in high school. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
It's just like, okay, what fuck? Both of you suck. Your entire family sucks.
No, but like, okay, in all seriousness though, like, I kind of do agree with the wife, just because. No, hear me out. Because
No.
like,
It's not that I disagree. It's like, here's the thing, right? Like, I think either way, this is not an argument. This is like, oh,
No,
did you open the present like without us? Like, yeah, sorry. Oh, that kind of sucks, but it's okay. It's your birthday. And then like you just move on with your life.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's such a minor. Like, she probably was just like pissed for like a few minutes.
Yeah,
and then she went about her day.
I think if the kids are young too, you know, it's like a sweet moment for them to like see their dad react to the gift. Like
he should have waited to like wait for the kids' reaction, but like also I don't think it was that deep of a.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, and like, why was he talking about his fucking tattoo appointment, bro? Like, shut up.
So dumb.
Would I be the asshole for reporting my roommate to CPS?
Wait, put that. Wait, what is it?
It's already on. Okay, wait, we have to go to the original. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I really need someone to tell me if I should go ahead with calling CPS or if I'm just being a judgy asshole. I am a man in my early 20s. This Wednesday, a new roommate moved in. She is a woman in her 20s, a single mom to an adorable 5-year-old daughter. I have never met this woman. I've never met this woman before she moved in. She was brought in by our landlord. We had a 10-minute convo on Wednesday before I went to work. I work night shift. I don't care. Yesterday, she woke me up at 7 a.m. I got home at 3, and she told me that she had to go to work, but that her daughter is in bed, and if I would keep an eye on her, I was sleep deprived. That by the time I was about to say no, she had already left. Am I crazy, or is it very dangerous to leave a 5-year-old girl with a strange man? I am a good person, but she didn't know that. I don't even think I would be able to leave a kid with someone I knew for a week, let alone minutes. Her kid is well taken care of. She is happy. They cuddled after her mom got home from work. He's missing an H. I don't think English is this guy's first language, but she read her a story, played with her and all, and that's why I'm hesitating. Oh, and she apologized for dumping her on me. Apparently she wasn't even supposed to go to work, but there was an emergency. So would I be the asshole if I called CPS on her? Edit. Forgot to say, I have no problem with watching the kid. I actually love children. My issue is just with her mom not knowing me, not watching the kid. And then in all caps and bold, Give me a second. I need to.
No,
Since
don't
people
shout.
seem to just ignore it, my issue is not with being left to care for the kid. My issue is with the mother basically leaving her kid with a complete stranger. So I'm glad he clarified the thing that he made clear like 6 times.
What's your thoughts, Sean?
Like, I think that's valid, but you could just be like a normal person about it and be like, hey, that's a little weird, but like,
I don't know if like the first thing you should do is
call
like maybe
CPS, right?
like maybe it's something you talk about with her, because like if it's like a repeated thing, like she's neglecting her kid and stuff like that, like maybe
It's like
but like
that.
also I feel like we're missing a lot. Like I feel like we're just hearing like a small portion of it. So
The thing is too, like because I'm thinking about like I get he's in an awkward position because like, oh, okay, CPS, like that just shouldn't even be like floating around unless like, you know, she beats the kid or whatever in front of him. But also like, because I'm also thinking like there's no real way to like talk to this woman about, like, to talk to any parent about that without seeming condescending, you know what I mean? Because
right.
any like as someone who's never like had a kid, obviously I can speak on this matter, but almost every parent, the number one thing they don't want to hear is like, hey, here's how you could be a better parent, you know what I mean?
But you have to keep in mind, like, yes, it might sound condescending, but at the end of the time, she is the one that left her kid with the guy, so I think he has like a point in being like, listen, he can like be honest and just be like, hey, I wasn't comfortable with that.
And here's what you learn, Dia, from browsing Am I the Asshole? The simplest solution is always the simplest solution, but the person who is on the receiving end of that solution is never a simple person.
Of course.
They will okay, look, I don't know anything about this woman, but I'm just saying, one, from most parents like I've seen, and two, just from like, you know, even on parents, just as a person, if someone was like, hey, here's how you could be raising your kid better, I'd be like, hey, like, fuck off, man. Maybe you've got a point, but like, fuck off, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, okay, I think he's the asshole. Like, okay, he's the asshole for like immediately resorting to CPS. That's
I don't
like
know
my
if it's
verdict.
classified as asshole. I just think like maybe he just needs to like.
Okay, yeah, it's like a would I be the asshole? So if he did call CPS, he'd be an asshole. Because that's like an overreaction, I feel.
I feel like it's just an overreaction, right? But then again, we don't know much of the story.
Yeah, I mean, everyone says the same thing. Like, you would be the asshole without having, oh, former CPS worker here. No, this isn't something CPS would deal with. Well, in that case, then we're done here. Also, I just realized I didn't check, like, that could have just been a lie. Like, that could have just been anyone saying former CPS worker. But like, I'm just gonna listen.
Googled that shit up.
Listen, every single story we've read could have been a lie. So,
100%.
Let me see. I need to.
I feel like the chicken salad dude could have been a lie. What?
Am I the asshole for eating the entire crock pot of cabbage rolls that my girlfriend made for me in less than 24 hours?
Wait, I want to read this one, please.
This is so
I just want to
funny.
see if it's real.
This has got to be fake. There's no
Wait,
way. This is not real.
Okay.
Oh my god, he wrote the fucking ingredients.
Wait, I want to read this.
No,
Wait, let me read.
This has got to be fake.
Wait, let me read it. Okay, so I don't know how I did it. I just ate and napped for the better part of a day, but ate like 20 fairly large cabbage rolls. They contain meat, and my girlfriend is vegetarian. We usually just cook our own meals since I am more meatitarian, and I have nothing better to do the day. And they were so good. She was
mad. Real.
She was mad because after all that work, she wanted me to take them to work for the week lunches and just overall not be such a pig. Edit. Getting a lot of requests for the recipe.
No, this isn't real. This isn't real. This is a joke. I need to read the comments. You're the asshole. Not the asshole. What?
Oh wait, here's the thing. Okay. As someone wait.
I'm so lost because I don't even know what the moral question is.
Let me give my take on this.
I don't even know what you're giving your take on. I don't know what's happening.
No. Because basically she like okay, so let me rationalize why she's mad. Okay. So she spent like a lot like she did this in like what? Like how did she cook it?
It said she used
a slow cooker.
Okay, yeah.
But the thing is, when you're cooking anything in a slow cooker, that's like it's a long day process when you're like
Yeah,
anything.
it's like a day, like at least usually.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and she probably took a long time to make the cabbage rolls. So I'm assuming she made a bunch of it so that he could take some throughout the week, so that she could it's something that she made for the week, and just him eating it all at once kind of just feels like. I understand where she's coming from because as someone who has cooked for like.
No, I understand where she's coming from, but I'm like, what the hell is going on? Then he put the ingredients. Like, I don't
No, because people were like, it must have been that good.
No, but also not the asshole. Okay, so let me see. Not because here's what I do, right? Like, if I find comments that agree with me, I don't read them because, like, what's
do you
the
agree
point?
with the girl, or do you agree? I mean, I get it.
No, like, I'm just like, okay, like, here's the thing. Like, this is like a Garfield comic. John makes the lasagna. Yeah. And then, he steps away, and then Garfield wakes up and he eats all the lasagna except for like one piece. And then John comes back and like, Garfield, where's all my lasagna? And then he eats the last piece of lasagna in front of him. That's what this is, and that's why I can't take it seriously.
Oh, for real.
Like, this is okay. Okay, this is so unfortunate because before you were here, we had good ones. We had like really good ones.
God damn it!
But like now, these have all descended like into just like cabbage rolls.
I don't know what the heck this is.
I saw here. You know what?
Man, you should make this a regular show.
This is a regular show. You would know that if you watch the fucking stream for once. Actually, you'd know that.
Okay, I have other things to do. Plus, it's much better when you have like a host.
No, you just need the ego boost. That's what.
There's no one on here. Okay, it's fine. We're fine.
I know, but like, it's the feeling. I get it. Okay, like, I don't care if there's 0 viewers. I still feel like I'm being like loved and watched. I get it.
Period.
Don't. Am I the asshole for telling my professor that my classmate cheated? That's not fun. Because I would agree. I don't know.
Are we skipping that one?
It's not like it's too like I want something like crazy. You know what I mean?
Like real juicy.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for not wanting to take my daughter's poopy diaper home with me from her grandparents?
Nah, don't. Dude, what are these? You said they were good ones before.
He got asshole for it. They voted he was the asshole. That's so funny. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna do something controversial. I'm gonna filter by asshole. I only wanna know about assholes. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Let's do top of this year. Let's take a little trip down memory.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for having a lights out wedding? And they got asshole for that. So I'm confused.
What's a lights out wedding?
I guess we gotta find out. Okay. Oh, this is, oh my god. This is an essay.
Oh, this is a story.
Okay. I, 27F, am the daughter of the most amazing parents that ever did amaze. Shut up. No.
Oh, it's like the same guy. She's doing a freaking.
No. Okay, I'll never forgive him for like the old man, like the old lady meme. I'll never forgive him for writing that sentence out. Like, okay.
You might have to excuse it. He's probably older. That's why you kind of.
No. Okay. Well, then he should hurry up and like keel over. Honestly. Okay. Look. I'm the daughter of the most amazing parents that ever did amaze. No, they are not perfect, but they've literally done everything they could in their lives to make sure I was happy to the best of their ability. They are also both blind. Being raised by blind parents wasn't without its challenges, but we always found solutions or compromises. But the one thing that was often a point of contention.
I was reading ahead.
There's no spoilers, bro. Point of contention, especially when I was a teenager, was clothing fashion. My parents have their own way of being fashionable, and rather than appearance, it's fabric/feel. This has resulted in them having a very eclectic sense of fashion, but I honestly love it. I admit that I hated it as a teenager, as I had no say over my own wardrobe purchases, but I realized after I moved out that I really did prefer to feel comfortable in my clothes over how I looked in them. Too many stupid expensive clothing purchases to realize this, but I digress. Nothing is mismatched anymore, but I have a super cozy wardrobe. Get to the point. With the wedding planning in full swing, my FDH, my future dear husband.
No, wait, let me search that up. Wait, FDH. Future, wait, fat, dumb, and hat. Oh, wait, no, that's not it.
No, I don't.
Oh, wait, future dear husband.
Okay, that's what I thought, because she's talking about a wedding, so.
Yeah, that's a Reddit term.
With the, okay, asshole. Asshole for using Reddit term.
No, leave.
Okay, my future dear husband asked me if I was going to be okay with the photos. He did not mean this maliciously. It just didn't occur to him that I was originally planning to buy them buy them clothing to wear.
Wait, I'm confused.
I guess because they're gonna look like not dripped out, because they buy clothes based on feel, not on look.
Oh.
So I guess he did not mean this maliciously. It just didn't occur to him that I was originally planning to buy them clothing to wear. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, wouldn't a fabric wedding be special? Essentially, the whole wedding will be dark. Will be in the dark. I was inspired by that restaurant in the movie About Time. I realized that I don't want to dress my parents. I want them to be comfortable and to enjoy our wedding the way they experience it. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I wanted. They got asshole for this. So somewhere in this, they go wrong.
Wait, I don't understand. That seems crazy.
And the more I thought about it, the more I realized I wanted to experience the special day as they would too. My future dear husband, fuck you, just say fiance, bro. My future dear husband, honest to God, does not care. In his mind, the moment I said yes, I became his wife. I love him. To avoid accidents, we're going to be using glow stick lighting, and everyone will be provided glow bracelet / necklaces. They light up enough not to crash into each other, but not so much as to light up the room. We're also hiring event staff with night vision for their equipment. Do they have like the goggles? Like,
yeah, that's probably it.
That's okay. I mean, we know what they
this
look
is
like.
Definitely like very unique. This is kind of sweet. I like the like.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering, like, where does she take the turn?
Yeah,
because she got asshole for this.
Oh wait, let's skip. Okay, wait. The reason I think I might be the asshole.
No, wait, we can't skip ahead, dear. That's not how we do things on
the
the show.
No, it's just fluff. It's just saying like their family was iffy about it.
When we announced, okay, I still gotta read it. Okay, when we announced, most of the family was supportive, and my family goes without saying. Fiance's family is iffy. His brother loves the idea and is going to come in a velvet suit a la Austin Powers. Honestly, it's his parents that are really against it. We had a huge fight over it when they argued that it's not fair to punish the guests because my parents are blind. The reason I think I may be the asshole is because the part of his family that is siding with his parents are vowing not to boycott if we don't have lights. Wait. Because the part of his family that is siding with his parents are vowing not to boycott?
Oh. Wait,
my husband,
that's so...
Wait. Vowing not to boycott? Doesn't that mean they're not against it?
No, I think she meant... No. I think... Okay, so from what I read, I think she accidentally typed that. But they're going to boycott if they don't have any like lights, and the husband's okay with like his parents not showing up, but she's worried because it's just going to ruin her relationship between her husband and his parents.
Yeah,
and
but I think we had this discussion before where I'm like, there's nothing worse than a bad relationship with in-laws. You know what I mean?
I know, but at the same time, like, I mean, if the husband's okay, like, I don't know why the in-law, like, I get, like, why they would be, like, upset, but also at the end of the day, it's not their wedding. It's not, like, the parents' wedding.
Yeah, I agree. But also, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, if I had, like, any, like, out there idea for a wedding and someone was like, this sounds stupid, I don't want to go, I'm like, okay. Then don't go
down. I wanna hear why people are saying.
Yeah, okay, so edit.
I don't really understand.
Okay, yeah, I don't either. Okay, edit. I feel like I keep seeing these points brought up, so I'd like to address them.
She seems like understanding about like both sides.
Listen, dear. This is a stranger on the internet. For all we know, she could like I don't know.
Okay, well, we're going off the basis that like we believe everyone.
Okay, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, you know, you always got to keep one eye open. Anyway.
All right.
Okay, so let's see. We've hired a wedding planner whose literal job it is to make sure this event runs smoothly and safely. They are literally being paid to factor in any contingency to ensure the safest experience.
Oh, this is just like unnecessary. We don't need to know this shit.
These are the arguments.
No, these are just filler stuff. Okay. It's the same thing.
You don't know anything. Okay, fine.
Don't downvote. Wait, no. Okay, go. Wait.
Oh my God, she wrote a paragraph in response.
Wait, cool. Wait, okay, go back up. Okay, cool concept, but
someone's
gonna get hurt. What if someone chokes on the food?
Do you have to read the full comment? You can't just do this.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, we're entertainers.
Cool no. Already. Okay, cool concept sounds great on paper, but in reality, someone is going to get hurt. Someone's gonna fall or miss a step or run into someone else, and then they will fall. Glow sticks are not enough. You can't see people's feet with glow sticks. What if someone chokes on the food and no one will see it? Choking people are loud if the airway is blocked. What about parents with kids? They will lose kids in minutes. Don't bring kids to a wedding. What about people who have... Sorry. Like, what about people who have allergies? They can't see... Oh, wait. Actually, I have a question. No, you know, I'll ask this question after.
Okay.
I think there are better ways to honor your parents. Maybe have a select time. Like this. Okay,
Soft or the asshole? I don't know. She crossed out the soft. Never mind.
Damn. Oh wait, God, just wait, I'm skipping to this part. So, sorry. Oh wait, oh sorry, edit. The point is to be uncomfortable. You are a jerk for that. You can have a wedding that honors your mom and dad without other people being uncomfortable. But like,
Oh, wait, no, but I think, okay, here's the thing, right? I think if she says, or whoever, solid quote, right? If she said the point is to be uncomfortable, that probably means like the op or something, like left a comment somewhere saying that like that was the point, kind of. Maybe it's not in the post, because like you have to remember they can interact with these comments. You usually don't see
right.
them, but that could be the case.
Maybe she
So
didn't mean to, like, maybe, I guess, like, maybe that's the vocab. I'm trying to defend her. Like, I'm really
no,
trying.
because I agree with you. Where like it really does sound good in like
I
concept.
understand the concerns. Like, I understand, like, the conflicts with, like, what this person is saying. Like, I
Mhm.
completely agree with, like, the hazards and stuff like that. But I also don't think there was any, like, there was no malicious. And she wrote one thing. Oh, wait. She said that, yeah, really think about this. It will be dark and there's a real chance of sexual assault since no one will be able to see. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's true, but that could even happen with
I'm
the
not
like
gonna
song.
lie, like she kind of got owned.
Yeah,
She kind of got owned here.
kind of did.
She kind of got
Yes,
owned.
I don't
Like
think she had any of the. I don't know if she deserves to be called an asshole because I don't think she intended
I
any of
know,
that.
but you know the thing that Kratos always says, Dia. Intent
Okay, here.
intent matters not, only the consequences. So here's the thing.
Yeah, no, she got owned.
She kind of got owned, but I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think she's like a major. This is more of like a no assholes here, but like this is a bad idea.
It's just, yeah, I think she could. I think I agree. Like maybe she could do it in a different way,
Yeah.
but it's more like there's like a lot of safety
Yeah. Also, to be
concerns.
fair, like we don't know. Like for example, like the children thing might not even be relevant if there aren't kids allowed. But
That
also,
was
you, here's where I have to disagree with you. You hit them with the "don't bring children to weddings." As someone with no kids, I can't agree with that because here's the thing: it's your wedding. You have the right to do whatever you want, but then other people have the right to not go if they can't bring their kids.
that's completely fine.
Oh, okay, I thought you were just like, I hate children.
No, no, it's not that. The thing is, like, no. The thing is, I was gonna ask, like, what are your take on like people who ban kids from coming to wedding? Like, I think obviously, if the parent cannot find like obviously, like they have a right to not show up. Then that's completely fair. But I also don't think it's wrong
Yeah.
for the bride to ban kids from the wedding because I
No, I agree.
understand. Like, I don't think there should be any judge. I feel like brides get so much judgment for it. I
Mhm.
don't think they deserve it because I understand like the rationale behind like not wanting to invite kids. There's just so much conflict and like just like hecticness, and it's already a stressful day as it is.
No, there's
So
there's like a couple posts a week
Mhm.
on Am I the Asshole that are just about like child-free weddings. Like my sister wants a child-free wedding. My 8-year-old son Dobbin really
right.
needs his mom. I said I can't come then, and she's like, "You're a piece of shit. You're choosing your son over me."
No,
And
I
then
agree that
she's
like
like,
if you
"Yeah, kind
cannot
of."
get like if you obviously can't get a babysitter, you obviously like yeah, you have the right to not show up, and like the bride should not be upset because she enforced the law. Like
Yeah.
there should be respect on both sides. So, all right,
Ooh,
next one.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay, show it,
Am
show
I
it.
the no? I have to read it first. Am I the
Okay.
asshole for refusing to give my friend air quotes a ride home after she told the friend group I air quotes fuck zoned her?
What does that
I
mean?
need to know.
Okay, pull it up, pull it up.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta press the button. Okay, this one's also pretty long. Okay, one sec. Let me. I gotta always like take a swig of water to like like.
Gotta cleanse your palate. I don't want to make pizza bites.
You can't eat hot food, do you? Okay, and
Shut up, man.
in honor of that
I
guy's
can't
like
eat it cold,
girlfriend,
Sean. I can't eat it cold.
you can try.
Frozen?
Listen, in honor of that man's girlfriend, we have to eat cold food.
I don't support him, so it's fine.
I know, but like now you have to show your support's being like turned into action. Okay.
Okay.
I, 26M, am part of a pretty large friend group. We live in a
Okay.
big city, so we like to go to concerts, sporting events, or nights out every weekend. Get a job. Me and my HS boys slash girls, I guess, are the core of the group, with others bringing in work colleagues or SOs. Our HS friend Jamie ended up introducing us 5 years ago to Caitlin, 26F, who was her friend from work, her friend at work. The past 5 years, Caitlin has been part of her group, also playing on our kickball team. What the hell, like, sitcom, like, That 70s Show friend group is this? The past, yes, I'm bitter and resentful. The past 5 years, before people ask, no, I've never considered her a friend. We were part of the same friend group. I'm good friends with Jamie, but me and Caitlin weren't close at all. Like, yeah, we talk at, yeah, I know, it's just funny. Like, yeah, we talk at bars or during kickball, but nothing beyond surface level. I always thought Caitlin was good looking and seemed fun, so one night I texted her and asked her out.
Oh, dang.
She basically said she didn't want to mess with the friendship we had or the group dynamic, so it wasn't a good idea. I told her I understood, and I thought that would be the end of it. The next time we hung out, she was super weird, like all up next to me all night, constantly trying to start conversation. It made me feel awkward, so I sort of stopped hanging out with the group for a few weeks to get some space. During this time, she texted me and she snapped me a bunch asking where I was. I didn't show up to kickball dude, you didn't show up to kickball? The team's depending on you, man. Okay.
They need you.
For 2
How
weeks.
you can't make it to the kickball tournament?
You can't make, dude. They're not. Dude, we were going to regionals, man.
Good nationals.
You're the asshole. You didn't show up to kickball. I don't know why we're picking on this guy. He's done nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong
so far. Kickball for 2 weeks because I just didn't want to see her and I felt embarrassed. A few of my guys decided to just hang with me at my place for a few weekends instead of going out with the larger group. During this time, Caitlin told everyone in the group that I asked her out, and the reason I wasn't coming around was because I fuck zoned her. My girlfriends reached out asking if this was true. I said that I did ask her out, but me and her were literally never close to begin with. This caused a whole bunch of drama and with some of my girlfriends giving me tons of shit for it. I told them I just wanted some space and that my guys, not me, were the ones who decided to come hang with me instead of the larger group for a few weeks. But since we're the fun ones in the group, okay.
I hate that.
All right, tone it down, macho man. Fun ones in the group. I guess our lack of attendance was felt. Bro, how do you make me turn against you in one sentence?
No, okay. Literally, he was doing fine until that.
Okay. Listen. Look, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but like he was
doing fine before that. He was
fucking
literally
ice,
fine.
man.
If he had left that out,
he's on thin fucking ice. Okay. I got over it a few weeks later, and last week I decided to go out to a baseball game. We all met up, including Jamie plus Caitlin, and drank, then watched the game. Then we went bar hopping after a while I stayed sober and was the DD. Designated driver. At the end of the night, I was taking my guys home. Why does he keep calling them my guys? I was taking my guys home when Caitlin / Jamie hopped in the car and said they would like a ride home. Whoa, I told them to get out of my car and I wasn't giving them a ride home. They started arguing and asking why, and I said it's because Caitlin tried to make me look bad in front of the group for no reason. So they called an Uber. They ended up getting out, but not before calling me an asshole. My guy friends are on my side. The girls in the group think what I did was petty, but I wasn't about to go 20 minutes out of my way home to drop off 2 girls who had been shit-talking me for weeks. The friend group is split. Am I the asshole? This is actually high school drama, but also like it's kind of valid. It is kind of valid.
It is valid. Like, I understand his thing.
The thing is, here's the thing. Maybe I'm misreading this. How much shit talking did she do? Because if they still felt comfortable enough to get into the car with you without even asking, then like because
it was a big group, they didn't really interact much during the night because like it was probably a big group thing.
No, but like Jamie, he said like Jamie was like one of his like closer friends. So yeah. I'm assuming even if she was on Caitlin's side, she still got into his car like just this like, you know, without asking or anything. So she probably still felt like comfortable enough. So I'm wondering like I guess this doesn't make it right, but I'm like, how much shit talking is going on?
Okay, here's the thing. I'm just saying this for me. I don't think he's an asshole. I would have given a ride. Like, I mean, I understand why he didn't. I just think I would have given a ride just because I wouldn't be happy about it, but like also if they were drunk.
That's where I stand. I'm like
I'd rather than be safe than be like but also like I understand why he's not his responsibility at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that's where I stand too, where it's like not the asshole. I'm a little disappointed because like sometimes I just want to disagree with Reddit, but also that one line he said that we were the fun ones. That I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Yeah, I know. I wanted him to be the asshole. I wanted there to be a turnaround.
I really wanted
where he's like, I didn't want them to get in my car, so I made them get out. Then I ran them over, and I was like, it just didn't happen. Not the asshole you asked, she rejected. Okay, let me see if I can find someone who says you're the asshole. Oh, you're the asshole. You made it abundantly clear your only MO was a hookup and another comment. If that is what fuck zone means, you did exactly that and got mad at her for calling you out. Ooh, okay, wait, he linked the dude, he hit him with the this you. He hit him with the this you.
Wait, pull it up, pull it up.
Okay. Okay, so this is op. This is OP original poster op. Negative 880. I thought she was okay, wait, so info. So why did you ask her out if you didn't care to be friends with her at all in any way other than the degrees of separation within a large group? If you didn't want to be pals, why would you want to date her? This does read very much like you wanted to have sex with her and nothing else. Is she really shit talking if she simply told the truth? I thought she was attractive. That's why I asked her out. We weren't friends, but we knew each other enough. I thought a date could bring us talking about more than what we typically do. Wait, why'd he get what? I don't get it.
I guess it's because like there was no like reasoning for him to her, like there was no like piqued interest into like her, who she was as a person. Like it was, I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
No, I think I get that, but like, okay, maybe I'm the controversial opinion here, but like, that doesn't mean he just wanted to like have sex with her. No, I mean like I'm not gonna lie, like it could be heavily implied, but also like can't,
because he's saying like, oh, thought a date could bring us more to talking more about than what we typically do. I feel like you could do that just without a date.
That is like a little,
you know what I mean?
That is a little like, yeah, it's okay. Here's the thing, right?
Maybe I'm reading the tone wrong.
No,
but
that's what I'm thinking. Like there's two ways to interpret this. One is like he legitimately meant like, you know, I found her physically attractive, so I wanted to get to know her more, which is like valid.
Right.
The other could be like, I found her physically attractive, so I wanted to get to know her more. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just find this a little bit iffy, this whole situation. It's just a little bit.
I mean, somebody made it clear where it's like you're the asshole for not taking like drunk girls home.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I was him, I would have taken them home. Like, regardless of argument, I would. That's what I would do.
Dude, I'm conflicted, low key, because there are so many like.
Good, but there's a lot of probably missing details, and we're only hearing one side of the story.
Yeah, but one thing that's important, right, is that like, one, we as humans are just always like gonna like speak of ourselves in a biased way. Two, Redditors are always gonna speak of themselves in a biased way. So, with that,
he was rejected from the date, so maybe he is. I mean, I'm not saying he's bullshitting, but like I'm just saying like there's always another side to the story.
But also, he was like, the next time we hung out, she was super weird, like was all up next to me all night. That's not enough information for me to be like.
Keep in mind, Sean, he was the one who considered himself the fun one in the group.
No, apparently him and his guys, whatever that
means.
Yeah,
keep that in mind.
Okay.
This is the man we're talking about. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's questionable.
I'm conflicted. Like, I agree. Like, I think there's not enough info. I'm gonna like.
He's at the peak of becoming an asshole.
He's like, yeah, like if we had some more information, or he did like just a few things differently, like could have.
We need a secondary source.
I need more on Caitlyn, because she's like an enigma. I don't know anything about her. Like,
we need a secondary.
Like, I don't know what like she like got up next to me
Caitlyn,
in a club at night.
There.
Caitlyn, please, Caitlyn,
please come out there, reach out to us.
Join the stream and defend yourself in front of the one viewer.
Oh, you should make this a podcast, man.
I mean, that's basically what this is.
I know, but you should like. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, I actually have an episode of this edited on my second channel, but you wouldn't know that
because
you don't watch any. Yeah, I do, but you wouldn't know that because you don't actually follow any of my socials, and you don't like appreciate me.
That's not man.
Okay, let me see.
Wait, share it.
Am I the asshole for refusing to wear protection at a family get-together? No fucking way! I need to know.
No way.
What does this mean?
I need to know the context. Wait. Okay.
Okay. There's also an update. Let me find the update real quick and like pull it up.
You show up as you deleted to. Okay, wait. Should we just read this one first right now?
No, wait. I need to see. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Wait.
Yeah. We'll read this first. But I just wanted to find the update. Okay.
Okay. So let's
read this. My 18F family gets together. I hate like whenever they write stories like that, because I thought for a second like the entire family was just 18 female. I think that's
just a Reddit thing.
No, it is just a Reddit thing, but it's just like fuck Redditors. Okay. My 18F family gets together every summer in my grandparents' cottage. It's a really big house and it can accommodate all / most of the family. This summer has been the first time doing the get together since COVID, and everyone has made a huge effort to come as it's very important tradition. It's my parents' generation, with some as young as their early 30s, and then their kids 1 to 8, and finally me and my younger cousin 15F in the middle, who I don't get along with as she's a bit of a brat / mean towards me. Okay, she's 15, get over it. I usually don't mind playing babysitter, but this time I was asked to too much, and I'm afraid refusing it could create permanent damage to my relationship with my family. Most of the children are at the age where they are potty training or still wetting the bed. This runs in my family quite a lot. And some of the older kids were refusing to. Wait, where's the protection?
No, keep reading.
Okay, refusing to put on the nighttime underwear because they were embarrassed to do it, and their cousins there, not all of them, wet the bed. They were embarrassed to do it with their cousins there, not all of them wet the bed. So my grandmother decided that to avoid any embarrassment for the children, they would all wear protection for a few days, and then would be able to stop wearing. Okay, wait, Dia. I'm gonna propose something that's gonna like kind of fuck with you. I think this might be like a fetish post.
A what?
A fetish post.
What do you mean?
Like someone who's like into like people wearing diapers like wrote this.
Oh, you think the protection is diapers?
It said like, let's see. Most of the children are at that age where they are potty training or still wetting the bed.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Kids were refusing to put on their
I was talking
underwear.
about him.
This is a woman.
Oh, sorry about her.
Okay.
Wait, go. Keep reading.
Okay. I'm gonna be cautious because there's a very strong possibility this is like fake and it's a fetish post. So I'm just gonna.
If it gets that way, we'll click off.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well,
okay. So my grandmother decided that to avoid embarrassment for the children, they would all wear protection for a few days, and then they would stop wearing it if they did not wet the bed. This was all well until my cousin, 15, who sleeps with the kids, she's still considered one, was asked to wear the protection too to set a good example for the children. I did not see anything especially wrong with this. Well, yeah, you're exempt from it. Of course you don't see anything wrong with it. My family has a very strong division between adults and children, and being 18 years old, I was excited to be a part of the adults club, and thought that obviously any rules applied to all the children would apply to my cousin. She, however, did not like having to wear protection for bedwetting and thought she was too old for that. My grandmother reminded her that I had wet my bed until I was 16, so she was not too old. She argued that if she, who had not wet the bed in over 10 years, had to wear the protective underwear, then so should I, because I had only stopped bedwetting a couple. I don't want to read this. I thought this would be funnier. This is just
not funny.
Yeah, what the hell?
This is not.
The first comment was just, what the hell?
The headline baited me, even though it went totally different than I was expecting.
Yeah, everyone is just like questioning like this has gotta be fake.
It baited me too, because when you saw protection, I was like,
Okay. So do we read so we'll read the update, I guess. Okay, guys, so this is what ended up happening yesterday. I was shadow banned, so I could not keep engaging with all of you in the comments. Firstly, after reading the comments, I realized that I really needed to band together with my cousin. I talked to her, but she refused. She sided with our grandmother and basically flat out told me she's ready to do it if it means I will have to do it too. That is, honestly, bro, like, she's kind of real for that.
I read the whole thing.
The whole thing already?
Yeah, I did.
Is there anything like, fuck you, man, stop doing that.
I'm a quick reader, so
After that, I tried to talk to my grandmother, reach a common ground or a solution. I have to read it out for the stream. The one viewer, Dia. I can't let him down. But it was too late to buy any of those, and washing sheets was not an option. Apparently, my cousin had also planted the idea in her head that I not only... Okay, I can't.
Wait, I'll just summarize.
Just summarize it for me. I don't want to read this.
So basically, like, she was just having she talked to her parents about it. Her parents agreed to let her leave, and like, just in general, like, her relationship with her grandmother was has always been kind of strained because her grandmother never heard her out.
Good.
So.
My grandma made me do that shit. I'd beat her. I fucking.
That wasn't as funny as I hoped it was, Sean.
That was not funny. That was weird. I feel weird. Like, I'm just like, why? Like, okay.
That was just weird.
That was just, yeah. All right, come on, man. Where's the crazy shit? I need something new. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole? Okay, this is petty. This is petty. I like this, right?
Petty's good.
Am I the asshole for pretending a movie trilogy is a TV series to my girlfriend who hates movies? I gotta know. I know I say that every time I see a post, but like, I gotta know.
You said that last time, and look what happened.
Okay, listen. This one doesn't have any weird like grandma diapers or whatever.
Oh, it's shorter too. That's okay. Good. The short ones are the good ones.
Not always. Sometimes the long ones are like kind of worth it. I can't even lie. But like, okay. So So my girlfriend hates movies for some reason, but really loves to binge TV shows like crazy. She's a big fan of sci-fi and even time travel, like Doctor Who, for example. Big fan. However, apparently she never heard of Back to the Future. I've tried to watch Looper with her, but she immediately dismissed it because it's a movie. So since I'm a big fan of Back to the Future, I told her it's a TV series when it came up. I've got the trilogy digitally and spent all night trimming it down to like 40-minute snippets with as reasonable points to cut at, like just after the first travel back. I overlaid to be continued and added the credits at the end.
This man is dedicated.
Dude, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if someone
I feel
did
like
that,
I'd fall in love with someone like that. Like
No,
the
like,
fact
yeah.
that he's into a TV
I would
show.
be like, oh,
I
you lied to me. But like, also, this is kind of like
that's so sweet.
she's used to Netflix skipping the intros to show, so I didn't bother to do that. The credits were cut short as well. We binged the entire thing in a day, and she absolutely loved it. Although she complained that some of the episode ends. She complained about some of the episode ends because they felt off. Yeah, I wonder why. Anyways, I told her afterwards why it felt off because it's actually 3 movies and not a TV show, but I'm glad she liked it regardless. She wasn't having it. After calling me a liar and an asshole for betraying her like that, she stormed off to go home instead of staying the night as was planned. I mean, yeah, I kind of did lie to her, sure, but personally, I don't really see that it's that bad. So am I the asshole?
Dude, read the edit. Read the edit, please.
We talked over lunch break and everything's fine. I apologized to her again for. Well, I don't want a happy ending.
No, wait. And then she apologized for overreacting. It really came from a place of care and contention, even if they were selfish. How is it? I don't know if like that's considered something like to be like a malicious sense of selfish. Like this, I feel like in my opinion, like I thought it was kind of sweet.
I thought it was
like,
sweet
the fact
too.
that she doesn't like movies, like he did like that. I would kind of feel like really like I would think it's sweet because
I guess for her she doesn't see it as like him like breaking it down into movies or into episodes for her. I think she sees it as him like lying, like or him not respecting that she doesn't like movies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which I could see, but at the same time, here's the thing. At the same time, she kind of got owned because she ended up loving it. So
but my thing is like if she does not like movies, but she binge watches
40-minute episodes, yeah.
That's practically a movie.
I mean, that's just like I'm not even like this is like I'm gonna sound like a boomer, but like that's just kind of like our generation.
That's true.
That's why every show that comes out now is like 40 minutes. I just can't do it. But like,
no, yeah, but this was a good one. This is pretty decent.
This was decent, but it had a happy ending, so I'm not happy.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sean.
I need conflict. I need. Okay, I need. Okay, the next one. I'm going to the next asshole one. No, this one's too easy, man.
Hey, let me see.
Am I the asshole for telling my daughter she can't go to her dream school but paying for my son to go to his? There's no way you're not the asshole.
Dude, okay, yeah, please, like, can we read this? I want to read this.
Okay. Oh my god, it's low.
Wait, I want to read. Okay, so wait, let me read it. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. I thought it said my school. I thought it was Miami for a second. Oh wait.
No, nobody's dream school is Miami, dear.
Oh shh. You can't say that, Sean.
No, but they won't know which one.
Oh, true.
Although the one time that's actually come in handy.
That's true. Anyways, I'm 49M and I have 2 children, Jake and Nikki. Their mother and I are divorced. I have full custody and she sends no support. Both of my kids are good kids and good students with good grades. Jake got into his dream school but didn't get any scholarships. His undergrad school is one of the best schools in our part of the country, and it's expensive. I didn't want him to take out loans and have to carry debt, so I'm paying for his tuition and living expenses. The total cost is roughly $50,000 a year. He's following in our family tradition, pursuing a career in dentistry. I'm not a dentist, but we have about a dozen dentists and oral surgeons in our family. I will also be paying for his dentistry degree, which, while I know it'll be costly, I view this as a good investment as he has a starting salary of about $120,000 as a dentist in our area. If he decides to become an oral surgeon, his starting salary will almost double in figure. Nikki is a senior in high school.
Holy shit.
Okay, Sean, calm down.
What? Like, I just want to be a dentist.
No, I feel you. Okay, Nikki is a senior in high school. Like her brother, she's a good student and will have a good chance of getting into her dream school, but she has a low chance of getting any scholarship. Her dream school is very good, one located in the middle of a very expensive city. Tuition and living expenses are roughly $75,000 a year. The problem is she dreamed of being a teacher since she was a little girl and had made it clear to be an education major because she wants to be a middle school teacher. The only problem is that the salary for a middle school teacher in our area is $48,000 to $60,000 in our area. I fully realize that she can move and work elsewhere, but I can't imagine there are many school teachers in the This sounds like an immigrant father.
Little
All right.
bit. Wait, I need to make sure. One sec.
What?
Okay. No, I just need to make sure that I can hear you on stream.
Okay.
Not because of anything you did. It's
that would be
like,
so funny if this whole time you were talking to
no,
someone.
that's why I was worried because like, okay, before this stream, there was like a 10-minute stream where like my audio just fucked up and I was like completely quiet again.
Sean. Oh wait, no, that's you.
No, it doesn't count me.
Wait, then who's the second person?
I don't know. Could just be a lurker. Not everyone who joins has to like chat, you know, which is fine.
Oh,
like,
there's three people.
The fuck?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Don't call them out, bro. That's
sorry.
Anyways, some people just want to observe, you know.
Sorry. Okay, let me finish this. The only problem is that salary for middle school teachers in our area is $48,000 to $60,000 in our area. I fully agree that she can move and work elsewhere, but I can't imagine there are middle school teachers in the U.S. making six figures. I don't view paying $300,000 for a career that tops out $60,000 as a wise investment. I told my daughter that the state school that's 2 hours away has a good education program, and her in-state tuition and living expenses will only be about $20,000 a year. I view paying $80,000 for a teaching degree as much a better investment. I've tried discussing the matter with Nikki, but she gets distraught every time I brought it up. She cries and accuses me of favoring Jake and being a sexist, which is not true. I told her if she picks a major with $100 salary, I'll gladly pay for her to go to her dream school, but there's no way I'm paying $300,000 for her to be a teacher. Now she's got family members involved. Some are staying out of it, some agree with me, and some are telling me to not play favorites. I feel so terrible, so I'm being dumb with it. Am I wrong?
That's so crazy, because he's just like, yeah, if you made more money, I'd pay for your...
Oh wait, all the two people left, Sean.
That's fine. It's because you said high person, yeah. That's you.
I think it does count you.
No, it doesn't, because I've had my thing open and it says 0 before. It said 0 before. So
okay.
But yeah. I brought it shouldn't at least. But why did I bring up edit to add. Oxford is hard to get into. I know that she won't be able to just walk in. I meant for her to apply if she got in. I'm willing to pay the cost of that school and the expense of living in an expensive country if her degree earning potential warrants that cost. Edit to answer recurring question number 2. Why did I bring up the family tradition? Am I elitist? Why does it matter? Little bit. I brought it up because getting into dental school and graduating is tough. The reason why we have so many in our family is because we help each other out. The dentists and oral surgeons in the family happily tutor and give valuable internship experiences that would otherwise not be available. Oh, the nepotism! You're the asshole.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean the nepotism, which logically.
And just like that, I'm sorry, but like you're the asshole. You're on Reddit, buddy.
You think he's the asshole?
I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if my kid came up to me and was like, Dad, I want to be a doctor, I would support them, but in the back of my head I'd be like, you are in for like one hell of a ride, buddy. Right? So I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends where I am financially, like at that point in my life, you know.
No, I think it depends on I think that's what he's considering too, is like once his son gets out of dentistry, like he'll be earning a pretty good salary.
Yeah.
Like with her, like it might. I mean, here's the thing. I still think it's unfair, obviously, because she really wants to do this, and like he obviously gave his son.
Yeah. Like here's the thing. I'm saying, also, like, if I was in his shoes, it depends where I am financially. If I knew, yeah, sorry.
No, as a child of immigrant parents, I must say. I mean, here's the thing. I think as I've gotten older, I've begun to understand reasoning like this.
Yeah.
I do I obviously, like, I think it's unfair, but like I do get it. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm 50-50 on it. But like I also feel like she should get a chance to do what she wants to.
Yeah, it's very, for me, like if I was in his shoes, it would depend on, like, I think it would depend on how much money I have, right?
Right.
Like, cause I'm, you know, I'm the same way where like I'd pay for my kids' college, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like, hey, like, you know, we're like struggling to make ends meet as it is, and then you want to go to school just to like also struggle to make ends meet, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna say no, but I'm gonna be like,
Also,
actually,
you have to keep.
To be fair, I think like now that I'm thinking about it, like, okay, here's the thing: we don't know, like, if the dad can pay for his son's
keep in mind, like,
college,
he's also considering the fact that his son will have a better chance of getting a job because they have much more connections than the dentist.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? Like, and I'm not holding this against my own mother, right? But I had to go to a local college because we couldn't afford to go to like an outside one, right? Again, I don't hold that against my mom. At the same time, like, if I was in that situation, like,
I
where
agree
my
with this
kid,
comment.
yeah, we're like, oh, the comment.
Sorry, no, I agree with you too. Sorry, continue.
Oh, okay. Fiction art major halfway through. Okay, no, but it's like so right. I was at that, and like I didn't like I said, I didn't resent my mom for that, right? And I shouldn't, even if I did, I should not, right? So the way I see it is that like it really depends on where this father is financially. The thing is, like, here's what I'm gonna say, because he's not giving us like a super big idea of like how because he's willing to pay for like both of their schools at least, right? He's not giving us a good idea of where he is financially. So if he's only doing it kind of like for the elitism of like, hey, like, Nikki, you can only like, work a job that makes this much money, which I think is what he's doing. Like, like get fucked. That's fucked up.
Wait,
but
can you scope?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, can you scope? Okay, yeah, just stay there. Continue. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, if it's like a matter of like, hey, look, like, money's tight and we think, it's not a good idea for you to get this degree at this school where, it's like, what does he say, like 100K?
Wait, I think he is the asshole.
No, he's the asshole because I think it's like about how much money she'll make.
No, but also read it carefully. He's like says these things like, I didn't want him to take out loans and have carry a debt. And then if you scroll down to that comment that you just saw earlier, the fact that like that person said the fact that he didn't think to offer the same amount of money is a stupid, like, your kid you should be willing to spend like the same amount for your kid. I obviously understand if there are some, like, obviously we don't know his financial situation, but like she said that he is the asshole, but she also thinks he's right. So, like, I understand both. I understand his rationale, but like I do think he is the asshole.
I think it's like one of the situations where like he kind of like has to eat the asshole bullet. You know what I mean? The thing is, I'm thinking like let's say this is a situation, and I know this is like completely like not even related to the post, but I'm just curious. Let's say this is a situation where like it's not a matter of elitism or whatever. It's a matter of like, hey, like I could only afford to send one of my kids to to fully pay to like an expensive college. This one's gonna have a career that's gonna make a lot of money. This one's gonna have a career that isn't. So he picks the kid who makes a lot. Like he picks the kid with the career who's gonna make a lot of money.
Oh no, my thing is that you should send. If he shouldn't have to pick between, if both kids want to go to college, he should not be like hedging his bets on like, oh well, this kid wants to be a dentist.
Yeah,
I think he has to be even about it.
Sure. Okay.
Even if he can't, like, maybe in that case, like if he wants both his kids to go to like college, maybe he has to sacrifice his son going to a different school. Like it's based on like that financial stability. Like sometimes you have to make those sacrifices so you're fair to both kids. So
yeah. No, I agree.
But again, I'm not.
I agree. Like I think when it comes to like if it was like a financial problem, then that complicates it a bit. But I also agree where it's like you can still show equality, either way.
Right.
Am I the asshole? Oh no.
And I want to make more videos like this. When you do this streams, let me know.
I do these when I like don't have a game to play, or like I just
don't feel like these more often. Do these more often.
I do these like semi-regularly.
Put them on TikTok. I'm telling you.
I can't because they're too long.
No, clip them.
No, I know, but even the clips are too long because like I get stun locked really easily. Like sometimes I'll just read like half a paragraph and I'm like, this guy's a fucking piece of shit, and then I'll go on a tangent about he's a piece of shit, and then I'll read like the next line. I'm like, oh, never mind. I love family drama.
No, listen.
Oh my god. Okay.
I want to read this.
Okay.
I have rage. So to start off with, I'm F21. My sister Sabrina is 29. Oh, age gap. I relate. We've never been particularly close, but we always got along.
Ooh, age gap. I relate.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I just heard.
You know what? I make my own little like stupid side comments. I can't even hate.
It's our. There's so much. Anyway, we've never been particularly close, but we always got along. I was always close to my brother. She was closer to our parents. However, Sabrina lives very close to my college, so we've hung out a bit more in the last few months. Sabrina has a 10-year-old son, Isaac, from a previous relationship. He left and she told him she was pregnant. Isaac is autistic and nonverbal, but he's still a sweet kid. A few days ago was his 10th birthday, and my sister invited basically our whole family to come, myself included. She's extremely proud of Isaac, and the documents describes to us every move, everything is another first. A few weeks before the party, Isaac said his first word. Obviously, my sister documented this and told everyone. We were all very excited. He has said a couple more leading up to the party, even saying my name when I was out for dinner with him and his mother. I was thrilled. A few weeks ago as well, I found out I was pregnant with my longtime partner's baby. I was ecstatic and told him, okay, I see where this is going. I was ecstatic and told my entire family, including my sister. However, the day before my nephew's birthday party, I miscarried and was oh wait, this is going sadder than I expected, and was absolutely devastated. However, I still decided to go to Isaac's birthday. And since I knew it was important to him that I was there. After the party was over, as to not take away Isaac's party, I told my family privately about my miscarriage, my sister included. She was shocked, but looked angrier than upset with me. She then proceeded to tell my entire family about how her son had called her. What?
Girl,
have some sympathy,
girl.
Everyone flocked to her, which I didn't mind, but I hated the constant reminder of what I could have had and just didn't understand why. I confronted her about it afterwards. She said I deserved it for even mentioning my miscarriage. What?
How did she get asshole for this?
No, okay, let me say my take. Okay, this is, first of all, so sad. I'm so sorry for her. But, like, secondly, the fact that, like, she pulled her family aside privately at a party and told her parents. Like, first of all, in a situation like that, the fact that she even went to the party, like, just shows what, like, a nice sister and aunt she is. The fact that she went even after this horrible situation. And she told her family privately. And the fact that the sister was, like, upset and decided to, like, gloat.
Like, own her?
Like, gloat about it when her sister said something that's sad instead of comforting her?
What a fucking, like, wait, how did she get asshole for this?
Wait, no, maybe they're saying the sister, wait, go down.
No, that's not how it works. It's am I the asshole, not is my sister the asshole?
This is
so... No, you have to read the edit, though, because maybe there's something there.
I enjoyed reading the comments for the ass here for a reason. Because my sister not speaking to me, and neither are my parents. What? Isaac was not there when I told everyone. He was in the bedroom upstairs while me and the rest of the adults in the kitchen were eating dinner. I forgot the exact way, but my father and sister were talking about Isaac, and he said something along the lines of, "This is gonna be you soon, my name." What? Oh, I teared a bit when I asked and explained. I do not mind being called the
asshole.
Oh, the asshole. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm shocked. What?
No, no. Sean needed the turtle face.
Because, like, how can you not?
Wait, scroll down. Wait, I want to see the comments.
I need to read these comments. What?
This is. I cannot believe. What is this weird shit I read about the house announcing upstaging? Are y'all at a concert? Wait.
Are y'all at a concert or a G7 conference? How about you?
A family gathering. People will be sitting there for hours, and no, they will not just talk about your kid's birthday. They will talk about a million other things going on in their life. Releasing that people can only talk about your kid is absolutely no. I agree with this comment. And then, this person agreed.
What would like? That's what I'm saying. Like, what would the reaction be if she didn't go to the birthday party? You know what I mean? If the sister was fucking fuming, you got a fucking miscarriage before my kid's birthday, like. Oh my god!
Wait, scroll down. I want to find a comment.
I want to find a comment that disagrees with us.
I need to hear someone's stupid rationale.
I feel bad calling you the asshole because of your situation, but you kind of are. You could have waited until the next day, and although your sister was more than harsh with her words, she kind of has a point. It was Isaac's birthday, despite the party being over. The focus is still on him because the day isn't over.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. I mean this. I mean that's what I mean this in the nicest way possible. Like, your birthday is not that fucking important. Okay,
I'm sorry. Isaac probably didn't eat. Like, Isaac's a child. Like, I'm sorry.
No, but also she clarified that, like, by that point Isaac was like they were just eating dinner. He was upstairs chilling.
No, it's even that. It's like the other person made a comment. Like, no one's gonna be talking just about Isaac the entire party either way. It's not like the whole, like, I'm sorry, but like the adults are gonna be talking about something else. And this was something that she did on the side after the part, like after the whole thing.
And also like
this is stupid.
Like, no, this is why I hate Redditors. Like, aside from the 30 other reasons.
No,
I'm like, dog. No, I sort of got not a single person on Earth. Actually, I can't even say this is Redditors. This is kind of just like just people in general. Like, here's the thing. After you turn like 18, your birthdays kind of stop like mattering, right?
Uh-huh.
Right? Like I think that's like a fair thing to say, right?
Wait, how old was the kid?
Like 10. I don't know if he turned 10 or like he was 10 and he turned
It doesn't
11.
matter, but like
No,
I'm just
but
curious.
regardless, here's the thing, right? The day was over. Like the birthday was over. Yeah, it was still the birthday, but like the celebration was over. And that's what I'm saying, where it's like, I'm sorry, but like when it's your birthday, you don't just get immunity, right? Like I can't just like run red lights on my birthday.
This sister seems like the kind of mom that's like, my kids' achievements are like, she just seems like that kind of mom where like, no, this is ridiculous. Like the fact that
I need to read more asshole posts though. Like
just the fact, like I wouldn't have been able to even go to the party, and the fact that she went to the party for her nephew.
I can't. Soft, you're the asshole. I'm so sorry for your loss. But since you are here asking, you should have waited to tell them about this. This was her son's birthday. Yeah, and he's gonna have like fucking like 50 more.
Dude, these people.
He'll live. And this. When did society get so soft that we can't? No. Okay, listen.
No, it's like
it's his comment. Look. You are right. It's his birthday. It's the day of his birth, motherfucker. The celebration is dude. He's 11. He's chilling in his room, probably playing like on his Wii U or whatever. Not Wii U, fucking Nintendo Switch or whatever, having a great time while everyone downstairs eats dinner. He doesn't care. He's not coming down. It's like, hey, I heard you guys weren't talking about me. What the fuck? And honestly, even if he did have that reaction, he'd be kind of a shitty kid. The point I'm trying to make: celebration was over. This woman showed up to her nephew, her nephew's birthday. Held this information in for that entire time. Waited until like the celebration was over, and then like,
what terrible parent? They're not even talking to their daughter.
Yeah, fuck you, Kimberly.
Family.
How dare
you?
Honestly,
like. Good riddance. Like this family, that's so
soft. You're the asshole for having a miscarriage. This is why people fucking hate Redditors. This guy is so real.
No, he's for real. No, I was pointing that out. No, this man's
the asshole for having a miscarriage. That's so funny, bro. That's actually like what everyone is like. No, okay. Like, okay, when I read Soft, you're the asshole, I'm so sorry for your loss. However, I knew he was gonna say like the most like out of touch shit. Okay, let me see if
this sister just doesn't have like any empathy or like any capacity of like caring for anyone else, anyone but herself.
I mean, her and her parents, like that's probably where she gets it from. But also like when did this comment? When did a kid's birthday become some kind of sacred event? That's so true. You know what a kid's birthday is? Okay, like I said, below the age of 18. It's a day for you to just like do shit you want to do or like have fun, right? It's a day where you can just have fun. Past the age of 18, you can still have fun, but like chances are you probably got shit going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like it's not like in the nicest way possible, it's not that special. Is it nice to have like a little celebration for a kid? What?
She still had a good celebration. The kid had a good
celebration. I'm like it's not like she got on stage, grabbed a microphone, and was like, "Hello, everyone. I had a miscarriage." And you know what? Even if she did, fucking let her, man. Get at it. We're done here. I don't want to be here anymore.
I'm so mad.
I'm done. That was.
I hope she's doing.
Wow, what a horrible family.
No, I'm so mad. Like that's so unfortunate.
God damn. Bro. Okay, so
I can't stand people like that.
Soft, you're the asshole for having a miscarriage. It's like not funny, but it's also hilarious. Oh my god. Am I the asshole for telling my niece I didn't want to be her father and then following through?
What?
I love the parent. The family ones are always like horrible, but they're also like hilarious. Okay.
We're going down a deep rabbit hole right now.
I'm all for it. I admit I may not have reacted great, but I don't think I'm wrong overall.
Okay, that's when you know he's the asshole.
My sister and brother-in-law passed 5 years ago.
Okay, no, he's the asshole. No, I don't need to know this. I don't need to know anymore.
I was left with her children. Eric, 11, Melissa, 14, and Lily, 7. I never wanted children, and honestly don't particularly like them. But my brother-in-law didn't like his siblings, and his parents were abusive. Well, my parents are too old to raise children, so I was the best choice. Okay, look, that's a tough situation to be in, all right? 100%. It was hard and horrible, but I did it for my sister and my nieces and nephew, even if I hated all the crying and parents. They've all had therapy, and I've tried to be a good uncle and father figure. The younger two are mostly normal and well behaved. I don't know how I feel about the word like mostly normal and well behaved. I don't know, something about mostly normal.
Melissa's a night.
But Melissa, how old is Melissa? Oh, she's the oldest.
14.
That's actually crazy.
She's still
also,
a kid.
Yeah, she's also 14. Like, what did you expect? Like, no,
Not
I
that
was gonna say like, no, I was gonna
teenage
say like, if he's complaining about Lily like 7 years old being like a nightmare, I'm like, no shit. But like,
But also like Melissa's at that, like she's 14. She's at
she's
that
14 and like
age.
her parents died.
Like come on.
Like yeah, a nightmare. Like no shit. But like,
Even with therapy, she always acts so rude. She's a teenager. Like I'm not excusing it, but like she's
no, I am excusing because her parents are dead. Like,
yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That's true. Like she had every right.
Yeah, like her parents are
Also,
dead.
was actually to do whatever she should at the big. Oh, sorry, you continue.
Yeah. Excuse me, Dia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm the narrator here. Okay, but
okay, then do your job.
I'm doing my fuck. Okay, the big problem came up because last month Lily called me dad. I've always corrected her and said I'm her uncle, but this time she was really upset and said she loves me and wants to call me dad. Eric joined in on saying it too. I felt it was weird, but ended up allowing it because fighting it clearly hasn't worked. Okay, like, this is like, I'm sorry, but I think like people like this need to remember that they were kids at one point. I feel like people like this just forget like they were children at one point, and then they had like they were also doing like weird emotional shit. But Melissa took it horribly and we ended up arguing. She basically said I'm not their dad and I won't ever be and I have no right. I tried to calm her down, but it didn't work and we both got angry. She said it would be better if they stayed with anyone else. I ended up telling her to stop being such a brat, and I never even wanted to be and I never even want to be here anyway. That she's only here because it was my sister wanted. So I don't care if she doesn't see me as a dad. It didn't end well. The next day she tried to apologize and I told her it's fine. She tried to apologize and I told her it was fine and she doesn't have to worry about it again. Then she wins. She wins and I'll just stay out of her life. Did you just like correct me? I know, okay, like
you didn't do it right.
Dude, okay, listen, I've been doing this for 3 hours, okay?
Grammar, Sean, grammar.
Oh, that's horrible. Since then, I have not treated her in a fatherly way whatsoever. She doesn't have. You're beefing with the 14-year-old.
No, he's being. He's an asshole.
You're beefing with like no. It's not even like okay. Look, it is immature. It is like an asshole. But like here's what it is. You're beefing with the 14-year-old. As a how old are you? Okay, as a grown man, regardless. Like you're beefing with a 14-year-old, and that's you lose. Since then, I've not treated her in a fatherly way whatsoever. She doesn't have to do chores and stuff, but she also doesn't get an allowance or advice or help or advice. Hey, uncle, dad, should I get into a stranger's car? I don't know. Fucking, like, what is wrong? Okay. Or help with homework or driven to my friends and everything since it's such a crime for me to be. Dude, he's like writing that, like, he's fuming while writing this.
He's like a child in an adult's
Yesterday,
body.
well, okay, to be fair, I'm like, okay, I can't say to be fair, but like, we don't know how old this guy is. So maybe
no, if his kid like he's probably
an adult, but like he could be like 20 for all we know. And like I couldn't.
Then
I'll be honest, I think I'd be a fucking horrible father right now.
Yeah, but like I feel like you have to have a little bit of empathy and compassion.
Yeah. You're
not gonna be perfect, I understand, but like
yeah.
Come on, it's in the day that kids love.
Yesterday, my parents came over and just ripped into me. I wonder why. Saying I'm being a shit parent / uncle and hurting Melissa. They've always been close to the kids, even if they're not able to parent, and I guess Melissa complained about me. They say I have no right to say what I did to treat her like trash, but it's literally what she wanted. She said I'm worthless and have no right to be in her life. I mean, honestly, dude, like at this point, maybe she's better off. It's not my fault she's not like her siblings. We agreed to disagree, but we agreed to disagree. But they clearly aren't happy with me, and they said I need to grow up, and that she's the child, not, and that she's the child. Bro, based parents.
I agree with parents.
I know I'm not good with children, and I've made mistakes with them, and I certainly wasn't graceful this time. But I don't think that I don't think this was that bad. I just told this 14-year-old girl who lost her parents that I don't want to be any type of like role model or figure in her life whatsoever.
Yeah, you can tell this man was not.
She's constantly. There's no way this is real. No. I'm like reading this. I'm like, this is too. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real. Because who's gonna say not the asshole? Let's see if I can find one person who says not the asshole.
You're the asshole.
You're the asshole. You're the asshole. You're the I don't think there's a single not the asshole here.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Except for this one person who says, as a 17-year-old, I can't really call you the asshole. I completely understand the feeling of not wanting to have kids and not having somebody else's children.
No, Sean, we cannot take this. This is a child. We're not.
We're children. We're like we're
Sean, we are much more mature than this man.
Fine. I'll let the 17-year-old slide. I'll let him get away.
He has no opinion here. He is not. I'm not saying we.
Wait. This is a comment. Okay, so this comment was removed, but I get that I'm family. But if she doesn't want me to be, I'm just sick of trying to help. Clearly, being fatherly just makes everything worse. But stopping it is apparently wrong, according to my parents. What do you like? Okay. Okay, I'm doing it again. As a kid, as a 20-year-old with no like parental experience whatsoever, I understand that you're technically not a parent, but guess what, buddy? Like, you've been thrusted into this role, and it's unfortunate for you, but like you've been thrusted into this
That's
role.
life. Like we're thrown into situations.
Also, guess what, buddy? Part of being a parent is like doing what's best for your fucking kids, even if they're like being little shits. Like, I don't understand. Like, okay,
I cannot handle.
He's psychotic. Like, he's genuinely like a sociopath. He does no empathy.
100%.
Okay. Oh, I read the resin. This one is crazy. The resin and glue one, but
wait, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, Sean. But you continue.
Thank you. Am I the asshole for confronting my brother for pointing out that my boyfriend isn't actually my husband? What? This is one of those things where the title's going to be really interesting and the story's going to be lackluster. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I need that right now. After the father... Oh, wait. Take me to the actual post. Okay. So I've been with my boyfriend for over 13 years now, but boyfriend sounds really high school after everything we've been through. So I call him my husband, and I ask that my family does too. Okay. So yesterday we had an early Father's Day get together at my mom's house, and I bought a Father's Day gift for each my stepdad and my two brothers. Interesting. We were doing gifts. One of my brothers just casually handed my husband a gift, and everyone stopped their own convos and started paying attention to him. My husband looked confused because we didn't have any kids, so my brother says in front of everyone, I know y'all miscarried, so maybe you're not celebrating, but I know about how excited you were about it, and I think you would have been awesome at it. You might be an illegitimate brother-in-law, but you would have made a good dad. This can't be real. That's like a Mass Effect dialogue like option. There's no way. Who says you might be an illegitimate brother-in-law? Who says that? Like, that just doesn't, like, even like if you're trying to, like, the point you're trying to make is that like, hey, like, you're not like, I guess a legal brother-in-law. Like, why would you just say like you might not be like my brother-in-law? What? No, I don't buy it. I'm not buying it. Okay, but let's keep going. Everyone acted like this was so sweet and even chuckled at the part where he said he's an illegitimate brother-in-law, but I was so pissed. I asked my bro why the fuck he thought it was okay to bring up my dead baby and then drive home the point that we're unmarried. And really, did he have to use the word illegitimate? You know what my baby technically would have been if it lived? I asked him why he is so caught up on whether our relationship is legal or not, that he could have made a sweet gesture without throwing in the fact that he's not really my husband. I asked him what the fuck his problem was and why everyone was so obsessed with marriage as I got up and left to walk back to our own house across the street. Oh, you live near these people, dude? Good luck, bro. That's gonna be rough. My mom, sister, and brother's wife came over and tried to say that I blew things out of proportion and to please come back. But I said they're stupid if they can't see that my bro literally set my husband up to clown him with a fake sentimental gift, bringing up something painful and then to take a jab at us not being married at the end. My brother texted me an apology yesterday and again this morning in our family's group text, but I've just been replying to everyone else and ignoring whatever he says. So now my sister said if I'm right about my brother wanting to set us up to look bad, I'm letting him win because I berated him at the party and I'm now ignoring his public apologies, so it's making me look salty while making him look like an innocent victim. My husband says he's torn on what to think because he initially felt good to be called bro-in-law since my brother is usually quiet and unemotional. So my husband felt like this proved my brother considers him a part of the family, but I said if he really considered him part of the family, he wouldn't have said the illegitimate part. Exclamation point. He wouldn't have said the illegitimate part. And since when did it become okay to bring up people's dead children willy-nilly? So what's the verdict? Edit. Y'all are so wild. I'm cool with the judgments, but not cool with how many people gave judgment based on projecting their own own BS onto my relationship. That's actually valid. I'll give her that. I gave 0 details about why I haven't married him yet in my original post, yet every other comment speculates about it. It really sucks that very little people decided to reply to the actual point of my post, which was my brother using fake sentiment to mask being antagonistic. So, you aren't cool with the judgments because...
No.
Okay, so wait, yeah, I'll run you up to speed on this in a second, Dia. But let me just get my point.
Yeah.
So you aren't cool with people's judgments. At the same time, she is kind of based because she called the Redditors out for doing what they always do, which is like forcing their own assumptions into a situation with no evidence. Which, you know, I'll give her that. It's kind of based for calling them out. However, you were deemed the asshole, and you're saying I'm cool with the judgments, but then you're also saying that your brother was still in the wrong, despite the fact that you were in the wrong. But okay, so here's the rundown, Dia. Basically, this girl is dating her boyfriend for like 13 years, but she just calls him her husband, but they're not like legally married, right? It's like a name thing. And then during Father's Day, you know, she has 2 brothers and a stepfather. Everyone's passing gifts, and then one of her brothers gives her husband, I guess her boyfriend, whatever, her husband a gift, and says like, you know, I know y'all miscarried, so maybe you're not celebrating, but I know how excited you were about it, and I think you would have been awesome at it. You might be an illegitimate brother-in-law, but you would have made a good dad. And then she got upset because she's like, just because he's not my legal husband doesn't mean you can call him your illegitimate brother-in-law. And then also she kind of had a problem with him bringing up the miscarriage, which is valid, but like
I feel like, I don't know. I'm so done. I'm so like frustrated. Like just everyone on this forum.
This one is like okay. I don't know. Like on one hand, I'm like I think she kind of blew up about it, especially since like here's the thing, the miscarriage thing. If like that's a problem, like that's valid. The husband thing though, like if that, what from what the title says, like that's the original point of the post. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I diagnose you with get real problems. Okay, I think one more. Oh, but I want to. Gee, are you okay?
What do you mean?
I just heard like a loud slap.
Oh, I just hit myself. I'm fine.
Okay.
Alright.
Ooh.
It looks so good.
Ooh, there's there's 2 that I really want to read.
Alright, then do it.
Okay, look. So this one, no!
Did you scream?
It got removed.
Okay.
This one was am I the asshole for telling my sister that being infertile is not a personality? Dude, fuck. That one would have been so good. Oh.
I mean, I think we know the answer.
No, she got not the asshole.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's why I'm so upset.
Oh, that's why. I was about to be like, well, it's pretty damn obvious.
Am I the asshole for telling my sister that her food is distinguishedly inedible? I got it, dude. This is too funny.
Oh, wait, I want to see this.
This is too funny.
This one sounds funny.
Okay, and it's pretty long, too. Okay. A few weeks ago, my apartment flooded. Huh?
It's a Korean...
Oh my god, okay. A few weeks ago, my apartment flooded. Unfortunately, this has left me without a place to stay for a few weeks. And many things I have to pay to replace/repair. It's been a shitty few weeks to say the least. My sister told me I could stay with her for a few weeks until everything gets sorted out. To be honest, I'm not the closest with my sister, but I didn't mind sharing a space with her. She was nice enough to give me a place to stay for no charge, so I can't really complain. My sister... No, my sister, and I mean this literally, is a terrible cook. It's not only that her food lacks any seasoning.
Sean, does this remind you of something?
What?
Did you always complain that you always have
That I always what?
That don't you have expired, like, expired?
No, but, okay, no, but this is different. She's saying this is a terrible, like, Oh fuck! She cooks with expired
Oh, sorry, I read ahead again.
and doesn't believe in throwing anything away. It's unhealthy and disgusting. I'm honestly afraid of touching things in her fridge or eating anything in her fridge. Oh my god. This wouldn't be much of a problem if she let me cook my own food and buy my own ingredients, but she believes it's rude for guests to cook their own food and hates me touching her stove. Every time I suggest cooking my own food, she gets really angry and starts yelling at me for no reason. I was getting tired of eating instant... I don't know! I was getting tired of eating instant ramen noodles for all meals, and ordering food is expensive. My girlfriend kindly bought me My girlfriend kindly bought me home cooked food after I told her about my situation. She made kimbap, Korean rice rolls, and some rice and kimchi, fermented cabbage. It was more than enough food, and I was so happy I could finally eat some real food. I was eating rice and kimchi for lunch, and the second my sister entered, she told me that it looked like I was eating dog food. She even complained that I was making her apartment smell like dog food. I thought this was ironic. She keeps rotten food for weeks. Not used to
fresh ingredients.
That's so funny. That's actually hilarious that she like doesn't know what fresh food smells like. She keeps rotten food for weeks, and apparently I'm the one who's sticking her house up. I was going to ignore her and wear my headphones, but she was mumbling something about how I was eating food. I was ruining the sanctity of her home. She's insane. Your sister is genuinely insane.
Seems like the kind of girl that's like, it's not tired, it's aged.
No, but like, it's not even that. It's like, why does she think it's rude for guests to cook in her house?
Like, I'm sorry, if my guests want to cook, like, go ahead.
Yeah, but also like, yeah, like it's your brother. Whatever. I was eating kimchi for lunch. Okay. I was tired of listening to her complain about my girlfriend's food. I told her verbatim that I wouldn't have to rely on my girlfriend if she didn't make food that a stray dog wouldn't touch. And she told that she should stop being a selfish, inconsiderate bitch and let me touch her stove. Yes. Her food is disgustingly inedible. She got incredibly angry and hasn't spoken to me since. My girlfriend told me I should have chosen my words more carefully. Here's the thing, right? She is letting you stay in her house rent free.
That's true. Also,
and like, okay, even if like, you know, not the asshole, like let's say that, right? I don't know if that's how I feel, but let's say like not the asshole, right? You don't bite the hand that feeds you, and this hand is not only feeding you, I mean, yeah, maybe it's feeding you like dog shit, right? But it is giving you also like a bed and a bathroom and heating.
But here's the thing, Sean, I get that, and like the thing is, this is more of a health concern. Like, I get that. No, I get that, yes, letting him stay for free, that's completely fine. But he has offered himself to cook his own food. Mm-hmm. Like, he was willing to make those accommodations for himself to cook his own food. Uh-huh. She's very persistent on it, so, like, he has a right, and it's his sister at the end of the day, it's his family. So he has a right to be like, especially since she's yelled at him about it, he has a right to be like, listen, because this is for his own health, for his own safety. No,
I know, here's the thing. I agree, right? But like, here's the thing. I'm not even saying he's the asshole. I'm just saying, like, the thing is that, like, I know I'm just hammering this in again, but it really is like free housing. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying I'm not saying she can't be touched.
He could die, Sean.
Well, that's what
he could die from that. He could die from that.
Okay, but would you rather die in a bed or on the streets?
Honestly, on the streets.
I mean, if I had a sister like her, yeah, on the streets, but like, I'm just saying.
Read the bottom. Read the bottom of it. Go down. It says, letting food spoil. I mean, curdled milk, cheese with dark mold and moldy bread. Moldy bread, Sean.
But like, why?
This wasn't even just expired food. That was like there was a mold growing.
Now I'm just like worried about you. Like, what's wrong with her? Your sister. Okay. Everyone sucks here. Your sister for the way she launched into your GF's food. You for the way you launched into her cooking, y'all ain't communicating. And then this person said what you said. XX Walter White, XX69.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this person's gone through conflict. Thinking on this one a bit, I want to expand my reasoning here and changing to everyone sucks here because there's a lot here. Bulleting my thought process. You are homeless. Your sister is letting you live with her. This is a big kindness. Your sister's habits are horrifying, but they are in her own home, and she is more than entitled to do what she wants, even if it's drinking old milk. Your sister not letting you cook in her house sucks for you, but ultimately is her choice as it's her house and you are still able to stay there for free. Your sister comments on your food sucking, both because Korean food is
I'll retract back something. I don't think he should have called her an ass like a bitch. I don't think he should have said that. I think he could have done this in a nicer manner.
Yeah, agreed. Your sister's comments, your sister not letting you cook in her house sucks for you. Okay, yeah. Your sister's comments on your food suck, both because Korean food is amazing and because she was vaguely racist and openly aggressive about it. This makes her an asshole. I agree. Like, I didn't want to say it, but like, it did feel vaguely racist.
Oh, 100%.
You are also an asshole for being aggressive back and calling her selfish and inconsiderate when she's giving you a place to stay. There is totally a path here where you both have a conversation like adults, where you hash out your differences in food preference and figure out a way to cohabitate while you're staying there for free. I stand by this part of my original post, though. To use yet another dog-related term here, biting the hand that feeds you, I use that term. I'd expect you to be tossed out on your ass by your sister shortly. Would you eat food that made you sick? Yada yada. Your sister needs help. Yeah, I think your sister needs help.
Okay, like.
Jesus, man.
No, I'm just like asking, like, is she like okay? Like, is her health okay?
I mean, like, I'm like half joking, but like honestly, like, she's probably got a crazy strong immune system. She's living off that shit.
No one's immune system is that strong.
Apparently all she has is rotten food.
That's concerning.
I mean, yeah, it's concerning, but I'm saying like she's still alive. You know what I mean? You're saying he could die, but how come she hasn't died? How come she's still going? Like,
her body became used to the bacteria.
That's what I'm saying, bro. She's got the strongest. Like, you know what? We're all laughing at her, but she's got the strongest immune system right now.
Yeah, well, guess what? He doesn't.
Okay, I know. I'm not saying she's like better than him. I'm just saying like. Look, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying we're in the presence of a demigod right now, okay? And I'm not gonna, like, piss her off. So,
demigod shot.
Dude, she's eating nothing but rotten food and not, like, getting sick. I don't know what do you call that?
It's not a demigod, that's just
okay, then
right.
you live off her diet and tell me how long, like, let's see how long you survive.
I already have a really weak immune system.
That's what, yeah, and you know what, dude? She's, like, the direct opposite of you. She got the strongest immune system in existence. And I can't even hate her for that.
I don't buy it.
But, alright. I think we're gonna call it.